in the family.
There go that snitch.
The
Let me tell you
Jones
something. The snitch
and
almost
Lawrence
got me.
family.
I was like, what's happening?
The who almost got you?
The little recording notification thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I got to make sure we know you being recorded. This is all consented. It's not a thing we're doing in secret, in private. You have been invited, and you know what's going on. That's what's happening right now.
Yep.
That's what's happening. Plus, family would never keep secrets.
Never.
No, never. For sure. Not.
No.
I know.
Even though, we 10 movies in, never knew this brother had 9 movies. No, actually it's 10. I'm sticking with that. We were 10 movies in, never knew brother had a brother. But hey, never keep a secret from family.
Right.
Never keep a secret.
But are y'all ready to get this family party started?
Yes. Let's go.
What an old cousin would say at a family reunion.
You the old cousin at the family reunion?
That's so bad. That's unfortunate. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast, where we discuss, debate, and sometimes go on random tangents. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz. I am joined with Jason. Jason, how you feeling?
I am feeling good. Ready for this family reunion.
Yes.
Let's go.
And we have a guest. Crystal, how are you feeling this evening?
I am splendid. Happy to be here, friends.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is our episode 53, and we'll be celebrating not only family, but a serious franchise, and also our 1 year podiversary. So, yes, I would say we should take shots every time the word family is mentioned, but we might not finish the pod. So
I had that thought too, but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, because they went kind of crazy in this movie with it. I think 8 was when they kind of like OD'd with it, but yeah.
Yeah, if y'all are wondering what movie we're discussing, did I already say that? Fast X. Well, if I didn't, I'm saying it again.
Yeah, but
it just recently went digital, so you can check this out on streaming services. A lot of people say the theater experience is the great experience, but some of us saw it at the crib. To each his own. But this is the 10th installment of the Fast and the Furious franchise that changed their name multiple times to Furious, Fate, Fast, all of that other kind of stuff. I'm just ready for Cars Exploding Part 14 to drop. But if you have not seen this movie, this is your spoiler alert. So go ahead and pause the pod, but please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review, all of those good things, and then come back once you are caught up on this movie. So how are we gonna do this? Because
it's a lot. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can be your Dominic today. You can follow me as we journey down this path of the furious.
Our fearless leader.
What? What's up? I don't like how you did that. You down and all. What's up? Let it ride it out. Where you went with this? I'm trying to figure it out.
I probably would have stopped following Dom a long time ago.
A long time ago. Let it crazy.
My armor thick. Like
let it crazy. Okay.
I mean, so to be fair, she only followed him once. He kind of disappeared. She died, and then she came back, and he helped fix her memory. So I don't know if she's been following. She's been kind of leading her own, trailblazing her own path, if you will.
I'm talking about everybody in this entire cult. That's what I'm talking
about. It's what do you say? It's a cult with cars.
They don't have matching outfits, though, friends.
I mean, they never have matching outfits.
Then it's not a cult yet. It's close.
It's close. So who of the people here? Who's Tyrese?
I don't think Tyrese is on this pod.
I might be Tyrese.
Why you say that?
Her favorite movie has Tyrese in it.
Baby Boy or
we're talking about Fast right now.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Fast
my favorite one. I might be Tyrese. He always hungry and ready to eat. That I might can leave, but I might not have the right plan. We gonna figure it out though. It's gonna come together at the end. And don't look. How they have to take him out the plane with the parachute, that would be me because I would fake out at the end. No, thank you. Actually, take me home. Please.
So you the one where that's gonna be eating the food while they saying a prayer.
For sure. For sure.
So Jazz, who do you think you closely relate to of the Fast family?
I'm gonna say I'm probably more Dom's sister.
Could you be
I
Mia?
jump in and out, but
Okay.
mainly I'm out. You might see me in 2 or 3 shots and then I'm gone. My husband and kids that you ain't seen the kids ever. Well, you
Never.
saw one. You saw one.
You did see. You see. What's his name?
Jack.
Jack. You
The
see
dad.
Jack. You see Jack in 7. You see Jack in 7. I don't know. I'm gonna definitely stick with my guy Brian, man. I think I'm all that in the bag of chips out here. So I'm at home with the kids. So yeah. So yeah, I'm done with the family. I'm at the house with the kids. So the Fast X, man. It's been a long journey. 21 years. No. 22 years. It's been 22 years. They've gone for, the movie kind of calls it all out. So honestly, if you haven't seen any of them, they kind of put it out there for you within this movie. They start as speed racers. Then they come as smugglers. They become outlaws. Then they become secret agents some kind of way. I don't, but then I'm started thinking, a lot of people be like, that doesn't make any sense. But truly, the government has always been shiesty and shady. So it makes all the sense to go get street criminals to catch other street criminals, right? That makes sense to me.
It does.
So
sure.
After I put that together, I was like, you know what? I'm with it. I'm on this fast journey. You like I set that up. You like how I set that up. I know. Y'all hating. It sounds like hate, right? So like a whole bunch of hate right now. I don't know. So for this episode, how did you guys prepare? Did y'all do any kind of rewatching to any of this franchise at all? I'm gonna start with you, Crystal, since you are a guest on the show.
I didn't do any rewatching beforehand. If I did, I rewatched 5 because that's one of my favorites. But anything that's not 2 and 5, I don't really care to see.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially not 3, but
He wasn't drifting in Tokyo.
We don't have to talk about her.
Me and Krista have discovered that Tokyo was basically almost retconned to a certain extent. So they try that 4 was a sequel. It wasn't a reboot. It wasn't a relaunch. It was just a sequel to the story in 1 and 2. So Jazz, what about you? You do any rewatching before this?
I did. I watched actually 7 through 10, but I didn't watch anything earlier than that.
Got you.
So I won't be referencing anything.
Oh, but what? Did I ask a question? Sorry, friends.
You say what? Oh no, you're fine.
I rewatched, but I didn't rewatch before I saw X.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. No, so I'm just either one. So you did rewatch. You rewatched the entire thing, I believe, right?
Except one.
Okay, got you. I definitely went back through, just to see. But again, like I said, this movie does do a great job setting you up. Oh, what, Jazz?
You rewatch all 9 of the movies and then watch 10?
I did. I had a great journey doing it too.
That's it. Damn.
But I feel like, and I watched them in chronological order, although the timeline kind of gets messed up as you go through. They kind of mess it up. Say it again.
They want to be Marvel so bad.
I mean, Marvel's in here, so I mean, so technically they kind of are Marvel.
I mean, DC is in it too.
Who's in DC in here? Oh, Hawk. You got Hawk from DC.
You have Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
Oh shit, you got him too. But I was talking about Hawk. I was talking about Hawk from Titans. I was talking about AIM, which AIM just like the toothpaste AIM. So I think that's where they got that from. But that's just my thought.
You had some white teeth, folks.
But again, so we get to this intro of the movie. It takes us back to, I feel, it's the best best movie in the franchise, Fast 5. What is you guys' favorite movie of this franchise?
Too Fast, Too Furious. Baby.
I'm not mad at that though. After rewatching
It's
it,
a
I'm not
fun
mad at
one.
that.
A good one.
The worst CGI one too, but
That's fine. They was figuring out everything at that stage.
they were.
I'm gonna say it's probably that one where the this introduction basically gave you the history of that one. I don't remember which one it was because as I was doing my research rewatches, I'm like, what the hell name was this one? Furious 7, Fate of the and I'm just like, oh hell, here y'all go. It's
Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Fast 7, The Fate of the Furious, Fast 9, no
I'm
F9
glad you
actually.
remember all those names.
And Fast 6. I love these movies. Like I know this shit. I know. So we get this introduction. Like I said, this is, I guess, recontextualizing what we've already seen, or they're giving us a wider scope. They've done this previously. It missed terribly because Han should be dead. I don't care how they want to retell that. Dead. I don't care how they want to retell that story, how they want to redo it, but this one makes all of the sense that we don't know who the dad was talking to and who was in there. So when rewatching this scene of Fast 5, how y'all feeling about this so far?
I'm gonna let you go ahead, Kris.
Okay. Well, I think it was a good reverse of that scene to see it from the other side, because in 5, that whole reveal of how they got the Lord, what was it?
The safe.
That whole reveal of how they did that plan, that was a good. Okay, I see what y'all doing, but then you see the other side, the bad side of all of this. I was like, okay, so everybody was moving and grooving, trying to figure out what the hell to do. And so, yeah, it came together nicely. I accept that one, that fix in the time.
I agree. It's
they did it right.
It's one of the most acceptable turnarounds that they've had in the franchise. What about you, Jeff?
I like that you brought that up, Crystal, of how they did that in that last movie, because I completely forgot about that, because you saw how they switched out the safes. So that's definitely a dope comparison. And then you see from here, I also enjoyed this opening, this introduction, because I was just like, okay, so y'all are using possibly old footage and shots, and we got to see Brian, and just inputting that character that obviously probably wasn't even a thought of when that movie dropped. And so just putting that in there, I thought was dope.
So let me kind of switch gears here. So Fast 5, again, that's one of the best in the franchise. That's personal opinion. And that's one of the bigger missions I feel that happened. Do you guys have a favorite mission or favorite final showdown in the franchise that y'all can think of? And I can, if you need an example, I can definitely give you one. Them stealing the safe and driving through the streets of Rio with the safe on the highway with 2 cars is definitely a mission. So that's one. If I need to give you another example, I can definitely throw one out there for you.
I don't know which one it is, but it was when they was playing hot potato. 8.
That was Fast, and the fate of the no. That was 7.
I think that's whenever Ramsey was going from car to car, essentially.
That was 7.
And she got in the car with Miss Letty and was like, okay, who's gonna save us? Her name is Letty. Who's gonna save us? She was like, girl, we it. And, it worked out, but they were throwing her from car to car like they do so well.
Yeah. They do it so well. Throwing kids around stuff. But I'm gonna say this one. I definitely enjoyed the one in this movie.
Oh wow.
Definitely.
I'm shocked.
The one where he's at the dam at the end? Okay.
And then just basically because you saw him kind of using the helicopters, kind of how he did the safe.
Exactly.
So he basically it was a nice callback to like kind of how he did his dad. And then he also mentioned that in this movie as well. So
yeah, I really enjoyed that as well. But also, it kind of made me think of Spider-Verse as well. So we have they switched perspective. So this movie, I felt like it was definitely centered around Jason Momoa's character, but also everything was through his motivation. So it's more so them reacting to everything that he's already set forth the entire time. So while Spot is a little bit different, I meant more so like you see it from Gwen Stacy's perspective of a person that we've been following the entire time, which is Miles. So it's, a little bit different, but that's how I felt it was. Excuse me. For me, but then we catch up. We see this new. See Brian is drifting allegedly. I don't know when Dom learned how to drift, but allegedly he was better than the best
street
drifter
racing 1-on-1
in Tokyo. Like how y'all feeling about the kid driving in the car?
I hate that his nickname is Little B. I hate his nickname is Little B. Just call him Brian. It's okay.
It was me every time she said it. I was like, okay, she does not say "little" in a day in her life. She's struggling with this.
Little B. I'm like,
man, that's your child. That's good for me.
I mean, just opening up the movie with them two together, and then I'm just like, oh, this baby a lot browner than it was when we seen him last time. We gonna talk about that today too. We gonna hold this entire franchise accountable.
Go ahead, you can start it now.
Last time we saw him, he was a baby, and he was not as melanated. So did something get switched? Did they swap out the kid? Like
they definitely switched out the kid. They typically don't do that.
I mean, like
they typically keep.
I know it's not the same person.
No, but they typically keep the actor.
My question is basically the race, not the actor. I don't care about the actor. It's the race. Like
they did switch the race.
Yeah,
black baby.
Yeah, he don't really look like Elena or Dom, but allegedly like Dom was yeah, definitely looked like Ramsey. So we catch up with the crew. They at the family house, about to have them a nice little dinner. Great grandma in town. They about to let Roman be the leader of a mission. I mean, this got to be a recipe for a great movie, right?
Or a disaster. One of the two. That's what I'm saying. I think I might be Roman. That's all I'm saying.
Man, sorry to cut you off, Jason. Let me ask y'all this, because obviously we all seen the movies in this franchise, and the majority of the movies end with the family being around the same table. After a dangerous mission, luckily everybody survives, and they're talking, praying, and all of that, having a good time. Where did y'all think the direction of this movie was going, seeing that scene was at the beginning of the film?
That's a good question. Because I really didn't think it was going to go bad that soon. Well, I didn't think it was going to, they faked me out. That's what they did. I thought, not Tyrese, what is his name? Roman was going to have a moment. He was going to be able to gloat like he already do, but for a good reason. But no, that became fail fast. So that's how I feel about it now that I'm thinking about it.
I expected all hell to break loose. Like I just expected it to be pure chaos the moment you put him in lead, because this has been a kind of like a conversation since like Fast 7. Like you kind of see Tyrese, because in that one, that was the first time he actually was able to lead or give direction. And that's the one that Crystal mentioned, where he was in the airplane and he did not want to come out of it. And it was like, bro, this is your mission, so why are you not doing it? Like, you're the one that suggested. And so then you see him in 8 kind of step up. He kind of pulls up on Shaw. And then you see in 9, now he's a stone cold killer, allegedly. So you see them developing his character. So I knew chaos was going to happen, because it's his first time out there. It's not, Right. I knew it was gonna kind of go wild when they get out there.
I was thinking we might lose some folks, because this opening scene was wholesome, and then you see Dom in the garage talking to Han, and after they finish talking, he's looking at pictures of like everybody in the family, and then some nice little songs start playing. I'm not gonna lie, this movie has some really good tracks in it. I'm gonna go ahead and give them their flowers, because it sounds
okay. So yeah, I enjoyed that the playing of that "See You Again" as they went through all the family, went through the pictures. Of course, you see Brian on the wall, which makes me think, who is your favorite character in the franchise?
Tyrese.
And that's if they're not in the franchise no more.
I was gonna say Letty, but she got too many racist videos that undropped, so I gotta move her down a notch. I can't. Michelle Rodriguez be on some bullshit. So I'm gonna go with my goodness, Miss Sunday. Ramsay from she was Miss Sunday in Game of Thrones, so Ramsay.
I did.
I figured. Of course, my favorite is where I feel like the franchise possibly should have stopped, but I'm gonna keep watching these movies because that's what I do. That's Brian. Brian was always my favorite from the beginning. They even tried to get a fake one to replace him. But
oh, you talking about that other white guy that should have got killed?
Sean.
Yeah, Sean in Tokyo. But also, you talking about Little Nobody. You talking about Little Nobody. Little Nobody felt like Brian when he had that little car he was trying to in 8. In 8, he definitely felt like I thought that was what they were doing when they brought him in.
I don't think it was received well because a lot of people felt like, so is this supposed to be the new Ryan? Like, what's going on?
I feel like that's what happened with Sean too. I really feel like even before like him passing in 3, I feel like they was trying to find another Brian essentially or see who tested better with audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then it was just like, we can't feel that, so let's just put him on vacation and just not kill nobody else in their group. Or if you kill him, we're gonna bring him back.
Why? So, if they recasted Brian for the next movie, would y'all be okay with that?
As Brian?
Yeah, as Brian. Somebody recasted somebody as Brian in the next movie.
There's no point.
What did he look like?
Like he looks like Brian. What if it was Chris? What if it was Chris Evans?
I might be into that.
Look at Jazz. I hate the way you should be. I can't wait till you run that back to see what your face did right then. I need you to run that back to see what your face just did.
Did I snitch on myself? It was funny because Captain America was mentioned in this movie.
It was.
So I mean, and by Aquaman. Oh, but I would say he's been referenced for 3 movies and hasn't shown up. Oh, well, of course not. But
babies, what you mean? You got babies see it.
There's no point of recasting because just continue referencing him, which is unfortunate.
Or kill him.
You said what?
Or kill him.
Sorry. R.I.P.
Kill him off screen.
Kill him off screen. Have some super spies go find the hideout. The kids can be somewhere else, in the meantime. They figure it out. Mr. Nobody can go get them.
Like show the back of his head. Ooh.
I don't even gotta see it. I just need them to be like, Brian
didn't make it.
Mia gotta go again. Get her out of here. And get back to everybody else, She gotta handle family.
Not me losing her job again.
Hey, you talking about you say I'm chaotic. She's way more chaotic than I am when it comes to the deaths of these people.
Out of here. I don't care.
That's me. That's why I wore my throne shirt. Because I'm like, look, kill everybody.
Kill them all. I get it. And the next thing, Cypher pulls up to the house. She pulls up in a DeLorean. That car was hard. That was probably that car was so sweet.
It was.
And it made me think about our movie, Back to the Future. I mean, that's the newer version of that, but
I still don't want no remake, and I still don't want no additional movie, excuse me, in their trilogy, because people are talking about it.
Oh, I mean, it's almost in
there. You want that? You want a remake?
No, I got a question.
Oh.
Is the DeLorean the car of Back to the Future? Is that the car with the wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the butterfly doors, basically.
I ain't seen it, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So wait. So let me throw this out here now. First, because of this moment here, I need to throw out two disclaimers. One, this is an adult episode. It will get off the rails. It's going to go crazy. Do not watch with kids if your kid's you're not used to that. Part 2, Crystal do not know majority of white classics. So don't ask her, don't reference her to it. It's a wrap. If it's a black classic, she own it. If it's a white classic, she ain't gonna know it 9 times out of 10. She does some way know Mean Girls. And she tried to test me on Mean Girls because that's so not fetch.
We're not gonna do that.
That's so not fetch.
Several times.
That's
You're
so
new
not
to
fetch. I'm new to it, but I know it now. So
have you even seen it? Because I feel like you haven't seen the movie.
I have. I've seen it twice now. Mm-hmm.
But
in the year of 2023 of our Lord,
I watched it.
Have you watched it? But It's your first time watching it within the past 30 days?
Who cares? I watched it. I can talk about it.
Out of his 30 plus years of living. Yes.
That's me asking, Jason.
Yes. It's
because
new. That's
we
new
recently had an episode where you said I haven't seen Mean Girls. And
y'all sure do. Y'all.
I did. But after that, I watched it intentionally. Because she called me out for it one day. I'm like, I seen the movie though. Because she didn't see something. I was like, but have you seen this? She was like, it don't matter. You ain't seen Mean Girl. Like, I literally have. I just seen it.
That's my thing. You be seeing stuff. I don't be seeing
stuff. But Cypher pulls up to the house and we get this backstory. So we know Cypher was the villain from, no, not 7. She was the villain in 8 and she was the villain in 9.
Yeah.
So it makes me think. So who is your favorite big bad that we've had or that we have?
Dante for me. He gives me Joker vibes.
Oh, yes. I agree.
Does Shaw count?
Yeah. He does.
Okay, I like Shaw.
You like Shaw, so you like the other Jason better.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew who you were talking about. His brother was cool, but Jason Statham as a big bad is just crazy. I didn't like Dom as the villain.
No.
Please, no.
Why not?
Was he a villain because you knew, like, he was forced to do all of that stuff?
Yeah, you can force somebody to do some crazy stuff sometimes.
So I don't.
I mean, he did his best not to kill though.
Yeah,
but I enjoy him as as he was doing. He killed your guy from Game of Thrones.
He wasn't as chaotic as I needed him to be as a villain in these kind of movies. Mm-hmm. That's why I like Dante. Dante was wild, and the fact that Dante was kind of a one-man show, as we thought through the movie. I mean, he had people working for him, but he was just the center of it. So,
one question: Did any of y'all guess that flip at the end?
No, well, I didn't.
Oh, absolutely not.
I definitely had. That was my pinpoint. I was the only one I was questioning was Little Miss Nobody. That's the one I didn't know. I kind of questioned, but I felt Ames was the person in the movie, and I also
nobody.
We didn't. We didn't. They could have kept. I guess they could have kept running it through Little Nobody, but I mean, it is what it is. I guess they wanted to just put her into the franchise. I think because they're talking about this woman-led fast movie, it'll be interesting to have her as the one that leads the operation for them to, lady to lead the group, her to be the nobody of the group, and then for them to run that operation. You're not feeling that, Jazz? They got your girl. They got your girl, Miss what's her name? Miss Andre out here. She doing her little move. She out here doing super spy moves. Ramsey. That's Ramsey in the movie, but what was her name in Game of Thrones?
Miss Sunday.
That was the name of her?
Look it up, Jason.
Oh, that's one word. I thought you was calling that lady Miss Sunday.
I was.
Got it. Okay, we back on the same page, Jim.
But it's spelled one word, yeah. He looking it up. Well, as I thought her character was just added to set up for the next movie. So they needed a type of introduction for her, but I didn't think about the all women led Furious spinoff. I guess that means Mia's gonna get her a job. That's what's up. That's
exactly what that means. Unless she gotta go take care of them kids.
God, she gotta drop them off at Dom house. So then it could be like Dom and Brian are chilling with the kids.
I think Dom gonna get a Iron Man ending.
In death?
It's not gonna hit as rough as it did Iron Man. Well,
it depends. I mean, if you were a fast person, it would.
I mean, I enjoy the franchise. I just be like, all right, now, I have a lot of those moments, but the stories, the connections, the fact they bring old characters back, I absolutely love it. But then I'd be like, all right, y'all, what is this? Like, what y'all doing?
Thinking about it?
Hey, I be like, logic starts to seep in. Like, this man always wears a sleeveless shirt.
I hate them shirts. Oh my God, I hate them shirts.
I love his arms, but I'm like, damn, Dom, sleeves. And then I just be like, no cuts. I haven't seen him do stitches on himself, nothing. And Dom done been through a lot of shit.
Literally.
He's
died every movie since Fast 7.
At least Tony, we saw him get injured. I mean, they could get injured. It's okay when the glass breaks and shatters right by his face that he can get a cut on his face. But too much to ask.
That's kind of crazy. But Dante pulls up on Cypher. I know Crystal said she moved 2 notches down for her because
she sure did.
She was a big bad for her, but then she kind of proved
she got punked out the past 2 movies. I don't respect.
Nah, that last movie, you right though. She got bitched in that last movie. It was that haircut though. That haircut. Y'all remember that teacup shit? But no, like this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoyed this introduction to Dante, and I enjoyed this exchange.
Mm-hmm.
But it also made me enjoy his character more. I was like, oh, he not fucking around. Like he got all y'all family.
He's really not.
He got all of y'all kids locked up with duct tape on their face. And he's like, you need to go ahead and kill her because I already got y'all families. And she was smart though. Because would you even think to have a device to keep the guns from working of your own men?
So I wouldn't, but just seeing how she operates and how she moves, she has to be in control the entire time. So she's gonna always be one up in certain situations or certain scenarios. But she's always thinking and manipulating people in different ways as well.
Yeah, that's true. You was gonna say something?
I thought she was, but I guess not. He had nothing in there. Okay.
No,
and so our main crew, the crew consists of Roman, Tej, Ramsey, and Han. They're all out in Rome, and we see Ramsey is learning cars now because she didn't even know how to drive a car in the previous movie, but now she's jumping off of buildings into cars, fighting and everything now. So it's like, I don't know if there was I need my role to increase a little bit in this movie or what was going on. So her and Tej, they lead this trail. They get inside the car, but we see it's an ambush. The car gets locked up. Crystal, aka Tyrese, is driving in a gold Lambo on a mission.
Clean.
In every movie, besides number 2, he has had the wrong piece of machinery that he should actually have.
Clean. Okay. Look, the cars be sharp now.
Not much, but it might be wrong, but it's smooth. It looks good.
We catch up with Dante. Dante, he's out there. He has the machinery he took from Cypher, and he's using it to control the truck. But we also find out that it's a bomb in the building, and he has this crazy dialogue. He's talking to his crew, like, so what do y'all want to blow up? The Vatican. Oh my God, y'all are going to hell, but I love it. How did y'all feel about seeing this mission beginning here when they get in Rome?
Chaos.
Yeah, cities hate to see them coming because it's not gonna be the same once they done. Like at all.
You there traveling, touring, sightseeing, you drinking you some tea, and then you see a fast car drive by. You know what the hell is that? And then a rolling ass bomb, and you just like, can you imagine what the tourists went through?
I just want to take a selfie.
Like, think about the little people for a second. They all survived. I ain't seen nobody die, but.
I mean, Dom, he
shielded them with his car.
He shielded them with his car.
Because he
can use his car for anything.
See, this is one of those. All right, like, come on, like Letty, like plot armors. It's going after her. She's, shit crashing down. Her motorcycle is fast enough to get her where she needs to be, and then I'm just all these and this. Everybody's fine. They didn't roll over nobody. As they were walking, when it got set on fire, it made sure to go down the steps the right way away from pedestrians. I'm sitting here like, is anybody gonna die? Like a no.
Bad guys only.
We kind of find out that his first goal in all of this was to make them terrorists, so that way government separates from what they have and what they're going on, so they don't get any more assistance. And it's just pretty much them versus him versus them. It's not everybody when they're doing this. and we have this first scene of, I guess, Little Miss Nobody and Ames having a conversation, which I do feel Ames was Jazz in this movie. I do feel like that's who. I'm gonna tell you why. 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 Because he was the opinion or the voice of the people that's just like, y'all doing too much, y'all extra as hell. We tired of the family. We tired of all these different things that you put out there, which this is my favorite piece of dialogue in this movie. What you mean?
I'm gonna chill. Go ahead.
What you trying to say, Jay? We're trying to fit. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Get your thought.
No, I'm done. What you going to say?
How was this your favorite part? Dialogue, and they own that this entire conversation. They just kept saying family, family, family. No,
because the whole point was to say he's annoyed with it, just like you annoyed of it, Jason, just like everybody's annoyed with it.
I'm even what is it, Tess? Even Tess is like, we need to protect Dom and his family. I'm sitting here like, so y'all supposed to be top level agents, and y'all just his family. I'm just like, bruh. That shit. I was looking at this one on my first watch, and I'm like, so everybody is just saying family, protect Dom's family, his family. Who the fuck says family that many times on the average day? Nobody.
That's why, but that exactly. And we here with who? Little Miss Nobody. So back to the scene. I pretty much said, he said they went from street racers to hijackers, high-speed smugglers, local jailbreakers, train robberies. If it can be done in the car, they did it. If it violates the laws of God and gravity, they did it twice. And he even brought up, the submarine, the tank, just all the unnecessary stuff. Again, go ahead.
How did he get those angles of those missions? Because he wasn't there. Like, where was the camera?
He was watching movies and he screenshotted that shit. He edited it and uploaded it. That's what.
Because it's the guy. Because he got the God's eye.
All right.
The guy. So no, wait. So but the God's eye is looking off the camera screen. It's looking off any kind of thing that has a camera.
When they were stealing the fuel, where was the cameras? Where was the camera? That's all I'm
here. He kind of sees that their MO is to their MO is to corrupt the law enforcement. Everybody becomes a family. What Jay say? A cult with cars. Even your daddy became a criminal.
He just kept saying family, and I'm just like, not criminals, not a gang, not an organization, a group, family.
He did. He said they're criminals and they're corrupt. He did say that. And he said, I don't give a shit about anybody's heart of gold, and I hate barbecues.
Oh, he's a hater. And he might be kind of racist, because who the fuck hates barbecues? Like, I'm not Ames at all, because he got a hint of racist in him. I'm just saying. But let me ask y'all a question. If y'all was going to a house party, gathering with friends, and they was like, yo, we about to turn on Fast X. We're going to play a drinking game.
Mm-mm.
Every time they say the word family, you got to take a shot. Y'all playing?
No.
I think that's the point. I slick think that's the point at this point. It's like they just messing with the people, like, because y'all, it became a thing. It's been a thing. They've always said something about family, but they've taken it up a notch. I feel like 8 is, I was like, okay, y'all getting kind of unnecessary with the family talk.
But it's like Dom would always say it during these serious moments. Just like when he'll say, you always have to have hope. You always have to have family. But now you have other people outside of...
Is he Batman?
He could be. But like now you have other people outside of Dom saying family on repeat. That's where I'm like, all right. Like Dom can say family all day long. You got somebody who ain't even met Dom yet. That's like, I need to fight for Dom and his family. His family done so much for us.
Boy.
Like everybody get recruited at some point. They discuss it. And of course, while she's there, she steals the God's eye so she can track everybody and see where they are to try to get to them before the government does. We find out Dom is number 1 on the most wanted list, which they kind of speak about that list on number 8 when they talk about Roman's number 11, and he kind of addresses he addresses.
You hot about that 11.
And they put the girl in front of him. They put Ramsey at number
Ramsey.
10, but you still don't know her last name, huh?
I feel like Ramsey is her last name. Are you talking about her actual last name or
in the movie?
I think like in the movie, her last name is Ramsey.
I do too. That's what I'm thinking as well. Like her first name may be something different, but that'll probably be a payoff.
Why do we need to know her first name?
Well, because I know why I need it.
Why?
Because go ahead.
So I don't know which one it was, but they was like, you need to pick Tyrese and Ludacris, Tej and Roman. There we are. They were like, you need to pick between us. Which one is gonna be? She was like, which one of y'all know my last name? And it was silence. So I feel like they need to come back around. That's for me, Crystal. I don't know why Jason Roman.
Yeah, same thing. They got to pay it off. They have to pay that scene off at some point.
Okay. So her and Luda not together?
No.
I don't think they kiss yet, right? They just always be around each other because they're nerdy like that.
I think that's the implication, but I don't think it's official. I need him to be like Ramsey, something. That's your last name, and I'm like, yeah, that's her. Babe.
They have to give Ludacris they have to pay Ludacris saying off because he's been kind of. I mean, but then again, you may want your other girl to come back. Do you want that to happen?
Suki?
Yeah, Suki.
Justice for Suki. I haven't seen her since the second one, and I feel a way about it. That's all I have to say. She was in the car. She yelled, "Smack that ass!" I was like, "Yes, that's my girl." And then she was gone in 3.
I mean, Tyrese. I know Tyrese had. I was watching a Tank podcast. You know, that's probably the only one I watch outside this one. Tank was talking about. Tyrese was talking to Tank, and he said when they was on the set, there was a girl on set, and him and Brian was messing with her. They was messing with her, but then they both kept on like kind of alluding like, no, there's nothing there. He said eventually, Paul Walker was like, yeah, I'm tapping it. He was like, bro, I've been tapping it too. So they like the entire time they was on set, that was.
He ain't say no names.
That was some say no names session. Jazz, who you think it was?
I mean, I know who's no longer in the franchise.
Who?
Suki.
Okay. I was thinking Eva.
That would be crazy if it was Eva. I don't think it was Eva though. Like,
I don't know. They both got the sauce. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know.
I mean, because
I don't know that lady or what she do, but I can see it both ways.
I like it. I like it. I like it. So while this is going on, of course, Lil B and me at the house, they playing Hot Wheels on the game, and the house gets infiltrated. How did y'all feel about this action scene in the house? Jazz put her head down. She wasn't feeling it clearly.
Is that what you want to call it?
I'm trying to remember what happened.
This is when Jacob comes in and he beats up him and Mia. Pretty much beat up the people in the house.
So it was 2 separate teams. He came and saved them.
Because
at one point I thought them was all his people, but they was attacking.
I did too. They was attacking them.
I was a little confused.
Oh, y'all thought Jacob was with the bad guys?
He might have flipped again. You never know. It's deep in him.
I feel like that may be where he, I don't know. We ain't see your body. That's all I got. We ain't see your body. We ain't see your body. That's where I'm at, man. So look, what you got, Jazz? What you
nothing.
Nothing. She knows.
So me and Jazz. So Jazz, you seen it. So I asked Crystal, but I'm asking again. What was your favorite? Protect a person scene. So the ones that stick out for me right now is when Shaw, which is Jason Statham character, he had to go save Dom's baby in the car seat when they were on the plane. Of course, then you have this. I don't know if there was another one that I can think of where they had to actually protect somebody that was kind of defenseless.
In this movie?
Not just over the franchise period.
You have Hobbs trying to save Elena when Shaw was attacking him in the office.
When Shaw, okay, yeah, you got that.
And then they was blown out the window and about 7 to 10 stories high. But
he survived it.
They did.
He survived it. Broke arm.
I mean, it broke arm.
I guess because he bust out the cast and just kept on moving like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Later,
but she was okay though. She ain't had no scratches.
Oh no, she was good. She was good. She got
She
her head
wasn't good
blown
after
off.
that bullet.
Oh, I was gonna say, yo, she is one of the one. She is one of the only people that had. Well, we've had a few deaths. We've had a few deaths. Vincent, he died.
Is that the first boyfriend?
So you keep on talking about boyfriends. I don't know. He
was boyfriend.
He was hating on B. He was hating on Brian.
Yes.
And he came back in 5 and he got killed. You have the guy in the first one. He got killed because he was he took the car. He lost the car in the race. Yeah. He came back. He got shot. Everybody else come back. Everybody else come back.
Everybody else alive.
You got Elena. She died, so that's 3.
Oh, Elena gets
so. 5. And then you got the guy in this movie. We didn't see a body, but his ass blew up. They better not bring him back. Dom's friend. That was. I don't remember which movie he was in, but he was in one of the earlier movies.
In the car.
Oh,
he was in 5. He was in Fast 5 because that's one of the movies. That's when I was like, oh, so they getting away from racing for real. They went up there to race and they even showed the race. He just came back like, yeah, we won these cars.
Let's test them out.
They were trying to make sure they can beat. That's when they had to come up with a new mission. So I'm gonna kind of switch gears here as far as with what I go, because at this point everybody is separate. They separate. So let me ask y'all this: how did y'all feel about how they separated the groups in here? So you have Dom doing his own thing, you have Letty doing her own thing, then you have the crew that went to Rome. How do y'all feel about this divide and conquer plan basically that Dante set for them? How do y'all feel about that part of the movie?
I think Letty got the short end of the stick out of all of this because one, she went to jail. Then she ended up in a room with Charlize. I know she didn't want to be in that room with that lady. I mean, I feel like they on the same side right now, so I don't know why they was doing all that tussling. But, sucks for her that she stuck with her.
Sorry. Because Letty was like, how much time we got? She was like, 4 minutes. She said,
I'm about to get clicky.
Bitch, we have to go. Let's do this once we get priorities. Like, let's work together. We can fight when we get to our destination. Priorities, sis. Priorities.
Literally.
But I like them being separated because it also shows you how strategic Dante is. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think he planned for Letty to get arrested, but he definitely planned for Dom to be away from everybody else. But I'm curious why, or maybe he just didn't know where she was. He should have went after Mia. Even though they did try to go after Mia, but then Mia and Jacob split up. Mm-hmm. But he should have went after her kids and her family.
Where the hell did Mia go?
She went with her kids and Brian, but that story. We don't see that. we just get referenced that.
Yeah, we don't see that. After Jacob gets Brian, we follow.
I forgot that lady was in this movie.
Yeah, she had one scene.
Her scenes get cut. Like her scenes get cut bad. I hope she's the lead in that women's spinoff. But don't let it be Letty. Let it be Mia.
It has to be Letty. She's the alpha. She's Mrs. Alpha. She's the alpha. So pretty much we catch up with Letty. Letty's what did y'all think about this fight between Letty and Cypher in the room? It kind of reminded me of Resident Evil to a certain extent. So when they're in this doctor lab and then you have the little red laser, you remember that scene, Jazz, where the laser was killing all the people, the crew in that movie? Funny.
Because Michelle Rodriguez is in Resident Evil.
That's why I brought it up. See, look at that. Let's move. Look at Jazz. Look at Kris. Like, what the hell are they talking about?
No, I've seen the movie one time. It's enough for me. And
I did too. When I first seen it, it definitely. I was like, "What in the hell did I just witness?"
No more of that
on here. I think that was probably one of the best in that franchise. I think kind of fell down after that, in my opinion.
The first one.
Yeah, the first one. I really enjoyed that one.
They went way too much off of that, but we forgot to mention like Tess, because Dom linked up with Queenie, which she reached out to Tess to link up with Dom, and then she showed Dom like that she had God's eye, which is why Dom ended up going to Rome. But you had Tess go see Letty. How did y'all feel about this exchange? Because it just seemed pointless to me. To a certain extent, I feel like it could have been done differently or better.
it definitely could have been done differently. In my opinion, it was I feel like they just needed a reason for Letty to leave out of that room, and that was the only way for them to justify the means of that. I definitely feel the breakout in 8 was done a lot better. I'm not the biggest fan of The Rock on screen, but that jail scene when they broke out of jail, that's probably one of my favorite scenes in the franchise. Honestly, that the entire little jail scene they had.
Okay.
I couldn't see a different breakout moment in that, and like and once we find out where they're in Antarctica, I just don't think there was another way to make that happen.
How long did it take to get to Antarctica? How many days have passed? That's all.
They got super jets. What you mean? They catching cars out the air, so you know they got super jets.
You're right. No? They got a super train on the ground. They go from
America. Yeah.
I believe it.
Antarctica. Okay.
I believe that foolishness because you have
Why
to.
Not? Why
you
not?
Have to. Like
everything else is happening.
But how did y'all like once we got to Rio and you see this is our race scene, we're back into that environment, Dom over here doing his thing, he's the OG and all this other stuff, and then we're introduced to what was that girl's name? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But
Isabel, she was the sister.
Yes,
Elena's sister.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Did y'all think that's who? Did y'all think that's who she was when we were introduced to her?
I didn't think who that.
I didn't care about that lady at all.
I don't know that hoe. Shit, I knew she was going. I knew she was going to be of importance, air quote of importance. But I do love this Rio scene when they go back to Rio and they're introducing everybody, and she pull up like she's the hot stuff. I don't like that Dom ain't lost no races in this franchise. Like he ain't lost no races, he ain't lost no fights.
He the best. What do you mean?
He gotta die at the end. I'm sorry. If they don't kill him at the end, I'm gonna be upset about that. If they don't.
You about to be upset. This man don't even get scratches.
He got a event. They talked about this happening in 9. So eventually something has to happen that's like tragic in the franchise. They getting away with too many things.
I think it'll be Letty before it's done.
But she got to lead the women.
No, she doesn't. That's Mia.
Who you don't want to see Mia lead them? No, don't you don't want to see that for real.
I want to see Letty leading them.
I don't either, but I mean, of the people that we got, we got this it.
We might as well let Ramsey do it. I don't know.
Think Ramsey will be leading.
Let it be Ramsey. She done got her skills up. She can drive now. She know cars. She tanks. Hell, she's useful as hell.
She's the team. She is the team. She just need body.
That's it.
We have a somewhat of a race. We got this race going on. I love Jason Momoa in every scene stole the show. Every scene. I'm trying to think of this, Jazz. So Jazz, in comparison, I'm not gonna say he was better, but in comparison, do you think he kind of lives up to that Heath Ledger Joker type role in this movie?
What?
I said he lived up to. I don't think he was better. I don't think he was better, but do you think he lives up to that? He was villainous enough for that type of role. Like you don't think he was villainous enough?
Like, could I see him in the Joker role?
I mean, not necessarily seeing him in a Joker role, but like, could you see like, okay? So, was he just good for the Fast franchise? Do you think he was a good villain? Period.
I think he was a good villain. Period. Like, I would like to see him in other villain roles where he has more dialogue, because we've seen him as a villain in Thrones, but he was talking in Dothraki and he was doing some wild shit. So I feel like he can bring that energy, and it's just in here, he was a villain having fun. He wasn't serious. He walked around here with his nails painted.
He was serious. He was serious. He was serious about it.
He was sarcastic and he was getting shit done. He was being goofy. He's over here sticking his tongue out while he's looking at Letty over here, like talking to her while he's on his motorcycle and she's on hers while she's trying to chase him. So he was a villain having a good time. He was menacing. He was psychotic. So you have villains that are all serious, like Bane. That's just like, I'm coming for you. But like he's just like right. But he was just the kind of villain that he expressed in this. It's hard for you to calculate their next move because they always have the next move, but they have so many to choose from. So I would love to see him in another villain role.
Yeah, he was just pure chaos. What you think, Crystal?
I would love to see him as Joker. When I left, like before I left, I was like, hear me out.
I can see it
as the Joker.
I can see it. He's big. You know what? Now that you think about it, you remember the animation, the animated. It's the when Batman was old, and
you talking about in Batman Beyond?
No, not even that one. It was like the Return of Batman. Like he was an old man. He was like 60. He had to fight Superman, but Joker was the villain. But he was like super buff. Like it's called the Return of Batman. It's like Robin is a girl in it, but like
the animated movie.
Like, yeah, the animated movie. But that was like but I don't know. I felt like Jason Momoa portrayal as the villain was definitely, it was crazy, and it shows from this race where he was blowing up the cars to ensure that he won his race to the next scene where he is out here with these dead soldiers with tape up on their eyes. He painted their toes, painted their fingers. Like that was super Joker like. So I don't know, man. Like Heath Ledger Joker was chaotic, but I think Jason Momoa was right there with him.
I think he'll do a good. I ain't gonna say he might gonna be better than him, but I think I give him a run for his money. But he'll do a good job as it because he's RP.
Okay, do you think you compare close to Joaquin Phoenix Joker in that Joker movie?
I think he can do better than that. I like Jared Leto's Joker too. I feel like he could do as good of a job, if not better, than Jared Leto.
I like Jared. Jared Leto. He really got the short end of the stick in that role because they cut out the majority of his roles. And David said he is not releasing the Snyder Cut, so don't ask again.
I guess I'm the only one here. I did not like Jared Leto as the Joker. Sorry, guys.
He had some swag about him. Sorry.
I know. He just reminded me of the Joker from the video game.
Which one?
I mean, I don't know, a particular video game didn't.
Gotcha.
To me, he seemed like he mimicked the Joker from the video game than, I guess, from any animated series that I've seen. He was like the gangster type of Joker. So that's what it seemed like Leto was bringing to that. I was like, all right, but
unimpressed.
And we, Dante, he pretty much hacks in and he steals all their money and allocates it to criminals, thugs, different people to take down the crew. There wasn't the government, of course. And we catch up with the crew in Rome. We see they find out that their money has all been taken, but Mr. Moneybags, he got his money on him.
Y'all niggas broke. I got me.
So I was like, so wait, you just been walking around with stacks on you? Is that what he's been doing?
To his chest.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hey, man,
stay ready.
You stay ready. You got to get ready. Come on. Stay ready. You ain't got to get ready. And you want to feel in the chest?
That nigga didn't have no money on him in that last movie where he almost got blew up from that damn mine. When they was in the forest, wasn't no money on the nigga.
They should have. He should have died. I enjoy Roman character, but he definitely should have died. Like that should have been a moment, like him surviving. They always survive, but yeah, he should have died.
Luda said that too. He said, "Why are you not dead?" And I said, "Questions that need answers."
Man, but Ramsey leads them over to Bowie's black market shop. What is this? David Pete? No,
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson is the other way around. Pete Davidson been kind of he been just showing his acting chops in different things. Jazz, you're not feeling Pete Davidson.
He seems like that person that just pops up randomly in roles.
He does. He's been a lot more though. A lot of people love that.
He gotta know somebody.
The king of when he was, I feel like when they come for Saturday Night Live, like that kind of gives them a boost in different
He
ways. I feel
also had a show just come out too. I feel like
he
that he's
did.
starring in.
He did. Now, if anybody knows somebody, it's Dave or Little Dicky, because I don't know how the hell he gets the people that he gets in his TV show. So yeah, they know
You just
somebody.
ask him, what do you mean?
But like,
Just ask.
it's because that's wild. But yeah, Pete, how did y'all feel about Tej and Roman fighting in this in here? He was just slapping Tyrese around like a little rag doll. How you let the mechanic slap you around like that, man? You the
More than a
thug.
mechanic. He had to let him know. That whole them arguing, the reason why they fighting is just funny to me because Tyrese, please, the receipts, fucking relax, bro. Relax. Nobody cares. You have these are $100 bills you just gave us. They're not going in this vending machine, no way. That's one. But I feel like Tyrese just wanted, I mean, not Tyrese, Ludacris just wanted to get some licks off in the first place, and that just gave him the room to do so.
It did.
Meanwhile, Han getting high.
Bruh, that was too funny.
I was rooting for Han. I was like, Han, them is edible muffins. Han was like, hey, man, whatever, I'm hungry.
That nigga stay hungry. He be as hungry as dude in White Man Can't Jump. The black dude in White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah. But I think with this scene, they have been going back and forth for so long. So Han was just like, let them fight it out. Just let them fight it out. They'll get tired and it'll be done. So it had to happen.
And of course they get, Bowie outs them. Pretty much leads the police to where they are. Han's like, you know what? Since we can't get him, I know one more place we can go. This was the end credit in the previous movie. Han goes to visit Deckard. Is it Deckard? I think he's Deckard. He's Deckard Shaw. Mm-hmm. We get our one scene with Jason Statham. How did y'all feel about this reunion between Han, where he was supposed to be dead in 3, and now he's back when he sees Shaw? How did y'all think? What y'all think about this scene in the movie?
I like the callback because when I saw 9, I was just like, all right, where is this going? And for them to bring it back in the middle of this movie, I thought it was dope instead of maybe seeing it at the end of the next movie. So I definitely appreciate that callback. It was interesting because I was like, damn, he closed that door either really fast or the gang just ran to the door really slow. So I was just like, damn,
a little bit of both. It was a little bit of both because he snatched his ass so quick. It was a scorpion type grade. Get your bitch ass.
Get over here.
And he closed the door because he knew you can't get in there.
Like, it was so fast. But because after this scene, they split up. So now it was Han and Shaw were together and then the gang got arrested.
Well, they were trying to get in, so they beat up the cops outside.
Yeah, and then they went in.
Then they went in and seen them.
Oh, that's right, because they saw the guy in the punching bag, and they was just like, "What the hell is this?" How would y'all have reacted if y'all went to go see an old coworker?
I'm Tyrese. I'm Tyrese.
All this other stuff cool, but why? What you got going on in here, Blair? Why you in the bag?
I mean, y'all don't know nobody in your life to where you be like, if I could zip them up in a punching bag.
Oh, a few people. There's a few people I throw in the punching bag. Shit, okay. I got one right here. I'll put a nigga in there every day if I could.
Okay. We're not gonna identify who you referring to. Probably shut down like 48 hours.
Man, take this stuff out of there and stuff a nigga in there. I'll be in that bitch kicking every day. You tell me, God damn, my legs getting strong. All right.
Well, I thought that question was gonna have y'all like, hell no, Jazz, and I thought I was gonna be judged, but obviously, I'm with other fellow violent individuals.
Hey, it'd be like that sometimes.
We are. So because we had this device, so I think, well, Kris, I feel like I know your answer. Of the storylines that we have, which one was the weakest?
Tokyo Drift. Is that what you talking about?
You said the rest of the weekends of the franchise. Got it. So that's why they retcon that. So actually, I'm referring in this movie of the storylines that happened in the movie. Who had the weakest?
Crystal was ready to unload the clip on 3. She had been waiting. She's like, I'm ready to kill 3.
Even though Bow Wow built a character than Tyrese.
Anyway, so the weakest storyline in 10.
I'm gonna say for me, it's Lil B and Jacob.
I agree.
I think it's Mia and Charlize. I don't care about nothing they doing over there.
Letty and Charlize.
Yes, my bad.
Yeah. I was like Mia.
Which I figured that was your option.
I don't care.
And I'm with Jazz. I agree because they're in the middle of nowhere.
Why she always got a submarine somewhere? I don't like it. I don't like it.
It was a callback. Y'all don't like callbacks, and he said y'all be watching all these Marvel movies. So now when another movie going pull back callbacks from 13 movies,
and
why y'all mad?
We're not there yet, but what's her name?
Why was she driving? Why?
What side you on? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Where do you been at, bitch? But we'll get there.
Sometimes family just come from different places. You never know where they coming from.
Family though. What are we talking?
She's the weird part of the family. You don't really fuck with that side, but at times you gotta get with them. Sometimes you never know.
I hope
you never know.
Out when he see her.
But he can't even be mad because this nigga had faked his death.
He did it too
for 3 movies.
But she faked hers first, people. She faked hers first.
Hers led to his. How about that?
But I don't. Look, they need. I hope they have really good writers for that fucking excuse, because if it matches the energy Hans gave, I'm gonna be upset. Like, why is she still alive? She over here smiling like, "Hi, I didn't fake my death 3 years ago. Hey, girl."
I mean, look, if Deckard Shaw's brother is still alive from the explosion he had on the airplane, she can live from falling off of an airplane that was on the ground for like 18 to 30 minutes.
We saw him in the hospital, burnt up, half dead. That nigga was on life support for a month. I just made that up, but still,
a month. Because he up running, fighting everything in 8, so he good.
But hold on, which movie did he almost die in? 5, right?
It was 6. It was 6. 6 was him. 6 was him because 7 was his brother. Okay, 7 was his brother.
2 movies. He had time to heal in 2 movies. This bitch said I can resurrect in 3. All right.
Then this is where this is where it was suggested that there's somebody on the inside that's helping him, because there's no way he is 10 steps ahead of us in every move, every way. Something's going on that we don't know about. So if y'all had to pick, who did y'all think was the mole or the dirty person?
I thought it was gonna be Tess.
Did you have somebody, Jazz, that you thought was gonna be that was gonna flip or anything?
Hell no. I just thought they was just saying shit.
hey, Jazz I know Jazz watching movie halfway like this.
So what y'all gonna do?
I'm just sitting here like, which one of these niggas coming back to life? Nobody's gonna die, even though it may seem like somebody is close to death. But if anybody, I was maybe thinking Captain Marvel.
Same. But that's who Crystal had. I had AIM.
I mean, because like she was introduced in this movie, and maybe she could have had some AIM type of. Too. I get that too, but he seemed like he was working with the agency, the government. I mean, she was too kind of, but I thought maybe she had. If I did think that deep into it, I had a secret agenda, because now her father is kind of blacklisted, and he'd gone off the map, to where now she has a grudge to hold against Dom and his crew. Because that's what everybody else in this movie does. They're like, "Oh, Dom destroyed my home, so now
it's really just Dom. They just follow him."
I mean, Dom is the problem if we keeping it a buck.
For sure. We was fighting for Elena. We was fighting for this baby back. We really just been fighting for Dom the last 3 movies. That's all. Shout out to him.
He gonna say, "I always got my family back." Nigga, we need to start having your back. Clearly, you are the top
literally
issue.
Like, just
you are the center of every problem.
Y'all will be cool.
If they go to
Brian
therapy.
left. Even Brian dipped on them. Like, come on. Brian been there since day one.
Yeah, now he just at the house. Chilling.
If
Watching
they go
his
to,
wife go risk her life.
Alright,
Please,
Mia.
no questions.
Let me know when you get there.
Right, show us that departure. What does that look like? Is he waving?
I mean, you seen it in 7. He went the other way. They took the different forks. In the
Man, he left her. You're right. He did go the other way. He don't like that, lady.
But look, he left his family on the beach though.
On the beach.
He was on the beach with Jack and Mia on the beach.
This
And he
was
just
fun.
left them. He like, "Hey, you gonna leave me like that for real, bro?" Them niggas ain't say bye
He
nothing.
like them people. He do not like them people.
Hey man, R.I.P. Paul Walker. Man. That was my favorite of the franchise, and I don't think Paul Walker has a bad movie. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think Paul Walker has a bad movie.
Y'all niggas wild.
So Roman is upset. You know, his first mission is a catastrophe. Which, come on, Roman, it's you. Come on, brother. You knew what it was. And then, you know, Tej kind of has to encourage him of what's going on. And this is when we find out that, well, this is when Ramsey finds out that her equipment was picked up by Aquaman. And this time I'm gonna switch it. We're gonna catch up with Little B and Jacob. Little B and Jacob, they've been on the run. A little bit, I guess. They go and make these fake passports in the back of his car, some kind of way. I don't know. Well, he's been a secret agent for how many years?
He's been lying a while.
For 21 years, he's been missing. You know, whatever. He's been a little secret agent. And they get on the plane. They get inside this plane. He got this little boat thing that he's carrying. I'm just like, okay, how are they gonna get that on the plane? And how is that gonna? But you know, people bring different stuff on the plane, so it is what it is. And little Brian is afraid of planes. He told him it's not heights, it's just being on the plane. And of course, they go to the back of the plane. A whole bunch of people start to follow. Of course, John Legend. John Cena got hands, so he knocks these niggas out one punch. He throws them inside of a closet, and lady hides them, and they get to the bottom of the plane. So this is an y'all moment. This nigga took 3 bottles of Smirnoff, right? Was this Smirnoff?
This your first I'm
riding now.
With everything else up until
I'm riding with everything else, but now we have 3 bottles of liquor that they put inside of a plane that appears.
A builder plane.
A builder plane that they use to fly out of the middle of an airplane in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feeling about this scene?
Why didn't the alarms go off in the plane? Like the other passengers, they just up there chilling. They don't know this gate just opened.
I know. I can explain it.
Please.
The reason why nothing went off is because they are on Spirit Airlines. There you go. Or Frontier.
That's a great explainer. I think that's a great explainer.
They not on Delta at all, cause shit. What?
No. So they make it to Portugal, which is the link up spot everybody is, but unfortunately, like I said, we know that Momoa has the God's eye, so he knows where they are. So they kind of have to leave in a hurry inside this cannon car. How did y'all feel about this car? Because they've had some crazy stuff. I do feel like the car in 7, which was whatever Dom was driving, was like the craziest car I had seen so far. But how did y'all feel about this cannon car that Jacob was riding with his nephew in?
Can I say one thing before we get to that? I wouldn't have got in that plane with Mr. Jacob. I just saw you put that together, sir. I'm not getting in on that. I'm not. I just told you I was afraid of planes. Why would I get this close to you in a 2-seater? But that's just me. That car was ugly. I didn't really like it.
I didn't know what it was gonna do. Truly,
I feel like the 4 pillar things should have done something. I don't feel like they did.
I think after 9, they were just trying to think of what kind of stupid ass car they can make up
put together
after they flew one out of space. So they needed something that was going to make some sense on ground, which was almost like a submarine, almost like torpedoes that was coming out of it.
That little barn fix.
Ridiculous. That's all I got.
But we're gonna catch up with Ames, and Dom. So again, Ames has sent out, all he want to use smugglers, snitches, criminals, out to send people after Dom and the family. Dom got not inside information, but he got information from Elena because allegedly she'd be taking her work home. She leaves it there. Even after in death, it's just still sitting in just files. So, the sister is going through it and supposedly seems of all the places in the world that he only has one place left. It was the jail that the safe was in. Of course, Dom is by himself and he's a gangster like that. So he just pull up. Like, it's nothing.
I got a question. This man said still got it in death. So, why didn't the sister seem interested in getting to know her nephew?
Why didn't she seem?
She just seemed like
racing.
She don't know that baby.
She don't know that nigga. She racing.
That baby was dominant this whole time. That baby, she don't care.
That baby got snatched before she was even, before she even knew anything.
She out here street racing. She do not care about Lil Brian.
I'm in Rio. You think I'm finna go to LA to meet these niggas?
No.
This bitch, she don't worry about racing, the best racer in the world. This crazy, heifer. That's the only thing she worried about, racing him.
When she said, "Go save your son," my nephew, I was like, wait.
It was new. It was fresh. She never said that before. That little nigga is my family, huh? Yeah.
They have too many people and they try to integrate them into the story and make it make as much sense.
I do not want her back.
Possible without
tell you that right now.
Like it's so much, man.
Leave her in Rio. I don't want to I do not want her to get a ticket to wherever they get next. Don't want it.
Oh, y'all got me in tears because I'm just like, that bitch did not care about her nephew at all. She didn't.
Hey, man, look. And I was tripping when Dante called Dom on the phone when he got into the place and he pretty much laid it all out for him. This is what I'm doing. I'm taking this from you. I'm taking your family. And, Dom, what did he say? I just don't get how someone so rich can choose a path so poor. This Batman ass nigga, man, he gotta chill the fuck out. He was like, all right, then I see you when I see you. No, you hang up first.
He was so childish.
And of course, he gets arrested. Dom gets arrested. They he kind of, again, I feel like this is that meta commentary, that conversation he's talking to. He's talking for the people that are just tired of the franchise, but also they keep on going back and watching the movies. He was like, brother, those old days are gone. Like the person just behind the wheel. We're beyond at this point that everything is an algorithm. The planes are drones now. Like, y'all just keep on sticking with these basic formulas. And he was like, you're not even prepared for what's coming. And I guess at that point, Don prepares for what he know is about to happen. And they have basically an airstrike on this plane. What did y'all think about this bridge scene when they were on the bridge? Dante begins to shoot at the plane while they're on the same exact bridge his dad died on. What y'all think about this one?
I thought it was smart that Dom was like, you might want to get prepared for what's about to happen. And then Ames is just like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then obviously we see what happens. And so when Dante was just like, yeah, I'm about to go ahead and take all these people out, and Ames get a bullet, Captain Marvel get a bullet, and I'm just sitting here like, okay, he's not playing no games. Kill all of these niggas. Kill everybody. Like,
get these niggas out the way.
Right. But Dom, he put hands on Dante though. Like, he was beating his ass before like the bullets start flying.
I wonder why Dante didn't throw. I wanted him to fight. He didn't try to fight back.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
That man killed that man at the beginning of the movie. That's how it started.
He just killing. He didn't fight him though. He got him out of here.
That's true.
He didn't waste no time. He do no talking.
He was like, Dom is upset, so I'm gonna go ahead and let him get his frustrations off. I don't need to fight back because I'm about to kill everybody around here. But I thought the dialogue was stupid after Dante got away and Ames gets back up, and he was just like, I know what I said before. Now let's go get your son. I'm like,
I'm a believer now.
Right, like
because he has to say, he's selling it to us to say that he is the one that is now, he sees the light in this situation, and now he like, I took a bullet for you and your family, so now we finna go save them.
He ain't take a bullet for nobody. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, you ain't do that for my family.
I mean, was it the wrong place at the wrong time? I feel like it was set up that way. Not even like scripted, but like he led them to that path. Like it was all a part of the plan. So I mean, and so he just looking at it. I mean, Dom looking at it from the outside in. That was that. But I definitely liked when in Fast Five, when they were on the not the bridge, but when Dom and Pop Brian had got caught by Hobbs and they were on their way out of there, and whoever the villain was, the dad was the villain in that one, and he took them out. He took out all the police and stuff like that, and it was kind of reminiscent of that moment, of them blowing up everything around the world. But that scene was a lot more impactful, I guess, because they definitely thought The Rock was out of here. Then Brian then pulls up with guns from somewhere, I don't know where. They pull up with guns and start killing all the local authority out in Rio.
Rio sick of them. Leave here. Leave us alone. Leave. But the scene that y'all was just talking about when they were on the bridge, I was cool with everything in it except for Dom using the car door
as a shield,
and the bullets did not pierce
through that
damn door. Like, please.
The cars are never bulletproof, but some way they never get shot through the cars.
I didn't like it. He should have been shot for sure.
I thought he had like a Honda door because those are really thick.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. That's what I thought he had too. Toyota one.
Hey, I'm just like, you can't shoot through them.
So since we're talking about using cars as shields, oftentimes they use these cars as a form of protection. What's been y'all favorite save a person with the car scene?
Who has that? Who has that was great. A great save, y'all. Great save. No. That was you weren't feeling when Lady was on the bridge and Dom jumped. No.
You weren't fitting on? What about when Brian was about to get thrown off? He jumped out the bus. He had to climb up. He had to run up the top of the building, and Letty had to drift the car. And he had to catch the car at the edge of a cliff and hold on.
Yeah, I like that one. He was like, "Thank you," and he just got up. It was so polite. I loved it.
What about when she was on her dirt bike, she got threw off the dirt bike at least 50 feet in the air, and Dom was looking in the air while the guy was wrecking his car, and he drifted to catch her on the hood of the car. No, you're not feeling okay. I'm just trying to see. I don't know. You gotta. They using the cars in different ways. I'm just saying you gotta do something. But this was the shield was that was kind of wild. And Dante, like I said, I like the dialogue from Dante, and he kind of told him, your legacy isn't the money or the power, or even the family that you built, or that the life that you lead. It's the life that you made. And I felt as if he was talking about, nigga, you made me who I am today, to get me to where I am. And of course, this is when he finally, after he shoots Tess, he takes the God's eye, and this is how he can locate, or this is how he locate Little B as him. And
so why does Elena's sister have so much plot armor? Because this bitch is not important. She seems to be in these situations to where she should just die.
She ended up going to Dom, so there's that.
I need folks to die because they keep introducing more people and they're not getting rid of more people. It's like you hire 20 people for a job and you let one go, but you really only got 10 fucking seats. You got too many people standing around. So I kill them.
They're trying to give them a scene. They're trying to give everybody a scene. It is a lot of people to do that too. So it's going to be interesting in whatever the next movie is supposed to be. It's going to be interesting with that. But we get into it. So of course we getting this high speed chase. Brian and Jacob are on the highway. The cannons have got stuck. They can't shoot at anybody when they're going down this highway. Dom sees them, but also Dante sees them. In some kind of way, while Dante is driving 130 miles per hour on the interstate, he can reach over on the next car, snatch a kid, put him inside the car as they just continue to do this. and he never stops. He never slows down or anything. He just continues to drive. You're not feeling that? You're not feeling that, Jay?
That seems like, of course, because as fast as Jacob was going, of course, little B can go ahead and fix this device because he
ain't never touched before in his life.
Never. So he's just like, I can do this. Let me get out this moving vehicle. Go ahead and fix this device for my uncle. Oh shit, there's the villain. Oh shit, he grabbed me. And then here's Jacob. All right, Dom. So your son got snatched. My bad.
DPS need to be called on these people. Why? I don't understand. Get this child playing with missiles.
He seems kind of traumatized because when company comes over, he got to go hide in the shed. So
what's this about? He at school telling too much. Kids talk too much. He is at the school telling all their business.
He's definitely already told. He's definitely already told some shit. Like, nigga, this,
they probably ain't called the people on him because little B is black. They probably that's your problem.
That's everyday. That's everyday life in their life.
Now,
that's everyday problem.
If he really looked like his parents,
they may call. So they're going down this road, and of course, Jacob he sees that Dom is in trouble because he got pushed to the wrong side of the road. He got pushed to the wrong side of the road. These helicopters, they try to pin him down, some kind of way, trying to pin him down. And of course, he hasn't used his nitrous yet. He hits his NOS. He jumps off of
you can't use it too early.
He jumps off the bridge and he pulls these two helicopters down. I think before that, I think his brother gets killed before that though, right? Yeah, actually, before that, his brother did get killed. So
did you see a body?
We didn't see a body. So this has to be the worst. The worst play in the Fast saga ever in life. I've never seen a person sacrifice themselves in a way that didn't matter. And it didn't matter. Like, what did y'all think about this death?
I wasn't sad about it because every time I saw Jacob, I'm like, you are not Dom's brother.
He got a distinct jawline. You don't believe it? And the chin.
No.
That is okay. That's a white man. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Dom is a white man too.
Sure.
And Mia is too. White woman.
Sure.
She's not white.
She is.
Wait. Like full blood?
I bet she closer to white than she closer to that than the other one.
Wait.
Both of them have a full white parent, like Scottish white. Like it ain't even like any of Dumb, they don't know. They haven't found his father, but his stepfather was black.
But when y'all were looking at the scene with Jacob and Lil B, was y'all thinking, oh, look at that nephew and their uncle? Or were you just like, look at that kid and that stranger?
So I have a kid. I have a kid, right? I have a kid with white family. So I don't know what people see when they look at these things.
Your kid look like you.
But I said if she's with the white people. So when she's with them, I don't know what people think. Like,
Oh, okay.
you know what I'm saying? So if she looked like me and her mom, I don't know what other people see when they look at like, oh, they kidnapped a little black girl. I don't know.
This gonna be the episode to get us out of here.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they see when they look at that. I'm like, oh, okay, it's kind of.
I just feel like the casting was off with a lot of pieces.
What if it was what if the brother was the they should have got the brother from Bad Boys for Life. The Will Smith's son.
That would have been
they should have got him.
Too. That would have been good.
Oh wait, for him is who? Him is Jacob?
Yes, Jacob. To replace his Jacob, since he half Mexican, half black. No, you don't you ain't feeling him? You muted yourself as you start to talk.
It's the sirens. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. I'm trying to maintain noise.
No, I can't hear it. I can't hear the sirens.
Okay. So y'all saying Will Smith's son from Bad Boys is Jacob?
They should. I said that's what they should have used instead.
He would have been better than John Cena
as a cast. Now I
who
feel
are the parents? Let's ask that question. Who is the mama and who is the daddy at this point?
We don't know the mama. Okay. We see it. You know,
Nia still their sister?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hey. Okay. It's a Cinderella casting happening on right now. I get it. I respect it.
They only talk about the dad. They never really talk about the mama at all.
They don't talk about the mama at all. Nobody mama, because I feel like it's multiple.
We just met the great grandma.
Fair-skinned Hispanic.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So, so they're leading down this road. Dom just took this helicopter down. He tells Little B to look out, believe in yourself, and take flight.
Follow the line.
And he then whips this helicopter that he has just ripped out the air with his car in a drift, and he swung it at Jason's car. I don't know how he did that, but he did. But then B understands what he's talking about, and he opens the car and he jumps out of the car into his car.
I never did it a day in his life.
Would y'all have let y'all child do that? Like, you got it, you got faith. Would y'all have risked your child's life to?
The child was 6. No.
What would you have done? What else would you have done?
I guess that's his baby now. I don't know. I don't.
You gave him away?
I don't know.
That's his baby now.
That's his baby now. He wants him so bad. I don't know. Sure, I'll come back for him by the 11th movie. I don't know. We'll spin the block on this. Just not right now.
So what? So you just going home?
I look like I'm trying. I don't know. Look, the safety for these people is out the window, and I just want everybody to care about their life. That's all I'm saying. He's in every movie. He'll just come back. He'll just come back and get everybody.
Crystal said, "I'll see you in 11."
He's
allergic to peanuts.
Right. Bedtime 8:00. Outside of that, teach him all you know. I don't know. It'll be beneficial to the family.
He was definitely fit to build him up like Tariq in Ghost. Like he was fit to get built. This would be Kanan and Tariq all over again if he would have stayed with him.
Do you think he would have woke him up with a gun to his face like Ghost did Tariq?
He would have had a wrench. He would have knocked him on his forehead with a wrench.
Wake up,
little nigga.
He would probably call him a nigga too because he brown. Sorry. That was
Jason, please don't. Jason Momoa, please don't. Don't let them.
That would be Jason Momoa doing.
Don't let them write that. Don't let them write that. Don't let them write that. Don't let them write that for you. Nah, my boy.
We love you too much,
man. So he gets back in the car, and Ames is now leading him to the rendezvous point. He leads him down, but then he sees it. He sees a truck. He sees a gas truck sitting on one side of a dam, and he looks back and he sees another truck behind him. So for Dom to be so aware, how didn't he see this truck pulling up behind him the whole time? Like he never looked back, or he never just expected anything. Like
he just got his son in the car.
He was gone.
Right. Like he's been through a lot. We haven't even seen him eat lunch yet, so he might be doing all this on an empty stomach.
They eat one meal a day. Okay.
So then Ames is at the top of the hill, and we get this twist. We get this. Please, what did y'all think about this twist ending here with Ames on the hill with a bazooka?
I liked it. I was just like, okay, finally we got some stakes, but then we don't, because even though
he shot the airplane out the air with the whole crew, with the whole Roman crew, and you don't think anybody gonna be out of here?
Episode movie number 10, Jason, there's no way you think they are dead. Now, the crew of that flight is dead, of course, because they don't matter. But the gang, no, they're alive. The pilot is dead, but the gang, no, they got out just in time. And they're okay.
No, Mr. Nobody, little Miss Nobody, somebody sent them an extra plane on the way because they knew they was gonna need it.
And they had extra parachutes, but you couldn't see them in the air. You only could see the smoke. The extra parachutes were off camera, and their only sight is in camera view.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. But so before this, like I said, we get the last little dialogue, from Momoa's character, with Dante. He was like, you think everybody's going to end up on your side? Again, more conversation, I feel like, to us. Like, I think everybody going to end up on your side, but the problem was he was on mine first. I took your money, your freedom, and your family. He was like, yeah, you took everything, but you didn't take my car. Which I feel like that was one of the lines at the beginning. They kind of say, he can do everything, you got this, that, and the other, but the car is the only thing that they can somewhat feel free in. And we have this blaze of gory scene where he's able to, some kind of way, he can do a wheelie in this souped up Charger to jump over a dam and lead the blaze of fury as they're going down this dam.
I just want to know what the plan was.
You see it.
What did I see? You went from one baby to another one.
So in my mind, I don't know why he didn't go around the gas truck. It wasn't like I would have, because from where he was at, I feel like he could have went around inside the bridge. But I mean, maybe he didn't know what was in there. I mean, he didn't know what was down there neither, but he definitely jumped over.
No, we could see what was down there. Water and rocks.
Pretty much.
And they didn't hit none of them on the way down.
No,
got out the car and everything.
No scratches, no bruises, not even a little B. He just a little wet. You know what I mean?
I want to know what his training is, because he's too prepared for a child.
I thought he was bleeding, and I'm like, somebody bleeding, but it was his hair. I said, shit, false alarm.
But we see as they get in here, Dante was like, no, I'm not finished. Press one more button, and you see the dam is linked up with bombs as well. Like, this man was super prepared. How do y'all think what y'all think gonna happen here?
Well, they have plot armor that's thick as fuck, so they're not dying.
To me, they stuck down there. They can start the society. I don't know, build a tent. Don't really know what to tell them.
They know how to swim.
And rock climb. That's what it is. They gonna rock climb up.
Man.
Or the car has
on his back.
Yeah.
He does not have a safety kit in that car. I don't believe it.
No.
He might, though. He might. And then he blow that shit up. And then you see them going down the dam, and that damn whatever. It's something stupid.
Turns into a boat. Just get some photos on it.
Man, look. So they make it down here, and then of course we catch back up with Letty and Cypher. They've escaped this fortress that they're in. They're walking, and they go to that submarine that was stolen. In number 8, we see Giselle. Giselle pops out of the top, but of course she's not the only person back to the franchise. We get the final scene, the end credit scene. Dante talking, which I'm like, this doesn't make sense, because the person that actually killed your daddy not even in the franchise no more. Like, it's a raps. Like, the nigga that y'all need to be talking to or looking for, he ain't messing with Vin Diesel. Like, that's who you need to be going after. Like, they need to recast The Rock. Of course, he pulls up. We get Old Man Rock to end this movie. Old Man Rock. So instead of removing people, Jazz, we add more people to the family. But that was the conclusion of the Fast X. Look at Jazz.
How did y'all feel about this shit? Like, Giselle. Can we talk about that for a second?
We can. Let's talk about it.
How did y'all feel?
We talk about that whole scene. Because what were they over there doing? Were they walking the little jailhouse hospital the whole time? They only had 4 minutes. So all this happened in 4 minutes? That's my question.
4 minutes for them. It was like 30 for us because that's last time we seen them.
That is so.
I mean, I think they had 4 minutes before that. I guess maybe their ride had arrived, possibly.
So they Uber pulled up.
I mean, it was a submarine, but yeah.
I mean, shit. Technically, depending on where you at, a submarine could be registered as your Uber. We don't know that because we don't live nowhere where we need a submarine. But obviously, they were at a location where they was just like, "Come on, pull up," and then you see Giselle's big head ass roll up. So I'm all right, y'all. For real. All jokes aside, but not really. Bring them in. Why the fuck is she back alive?
I mean, because we don't let family die.
Get the fuck out of here, Jason.
And I'm gonna be 100% real with you, Chad.
I don't think you will.
once James Gunn ended their franchises, they had to go find new jobs. So
what job did
she was
Wonder Woman.
She ain't Wonder Woman no more?
Nah, she lost her shit.
Hell no, and he ain't Black Adam no more. So after they got fired, he had to go start a new. They had to go back to a franchise that was being successful, that was thriving. So this is my question to you two: if you had a choice, you don't get to pick who you want. You don't get to pick your character. You can either be in a Marvel movie or you can be in a Fast movie. Which franchise are you going to?
Marvel.
So now I'm gonna tell you that, Jazz. You can go be the Daredevil movie of the Marvel franchise. So be careful in your choice in this.
No, so you probably just saying that because in Fast they have plot armor for everybody. To where it's like, Jazz, if you end up in a Fast franchise, chance of you dying is really slim, even though you might die, but your ass is coming back. Is that what you're saying? But with Marvel,
I'm more so saying like your movie may not do well, but you don't know if you're gonna be a lead over there or if you're gonna be a captain. What's his Falcon? You might be a Falcon. You may be Captain America. You still be Falcon. you don't get to pick that. So I'm just.
I don't want to be Falcon.
So I'm curious.
I'm gonna be on 18.
So I'm curious. Which franchise are you picking, and what would be your reasoning behind it?
I'm a simple woman. I'm picking the Fast franchises because I like cars. And I like shit to blow up. They do a whole lot of that, So I think it'll be a great day at work. Touch some cars, see some explosions. It'll be fun, and go home and do it again the next day.
Jazz, you picking the Marvel franchise? You going with a Marvel movie?
I'm doing Marvel because I'm a fan of Marvel and superheroes and all of that shit. But with the knowledge of like, all right, I might only be in one movie.
I'm just saying, you never. At least in Fast Food.
Right, that's what I'm saying, because they might use me in an Easter egg later to where I'm like, I was in that shot, and they'd be like, we need you for this new series, and your character, you got to do some extra shit, and then you can turn into a main. So I'm like, hell yeah.
You could. I'm definitely picking Fast. I'm just throwing it out there.
I think they do because they don't fucking kill their characters off.
They don't. And even if they, and within that, even if I might get a good death. Like everybody gets a good death at the end. You always get this.
Wait.
Everybody get a good death. I mean, if they kill you off, you die. You die in a good hoorah when they do.
Who had a good death in this franchise?
Everybody that supposedly died and came back. I'm just saying, if they do kill me off, it's gonna be at least.
So cool. Han fake death was blowing up in a car. That's cool to you?
Yeah. He died in a high speed chase. That is one of the best chases to me in the franchise. The movie does not stand up, but that's one of the best chases in this movie, and one of the best chase sequences in this. Which I'm kind of I didn't understand why they was drifting mid highway, like they were just going straight, and they were still drifting like in the middle of the highway in this high speed chase. But that's neither here nor there.
I think they were trying to keep from hitting any kind of pedestrians because they were in Tokyo and a lot of people were in the streets. So
not I understood why they drifted at that point. I'm trying to say they were drifting on the interstate. There was no people walking. It was just straight cars and they was drifting.
You mean to tell me if you knew how to drift, you wouldn't
I'd be doing it all the time.
Like, what are you talking about?
I'm drifting the whole way there.
Yes.
I hear people like drifting all the time out my window. I'm like, damn, I wish I could just go watch.
You in Atlanta, so you know you're gonna see you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that out there.
They might hit me and I don't need those problems.
I wouldn't be watching it. I've seen too many videos of people. I can't trust another person behind the wheel like that. Not with my life. If I was in the stands or something, I'd have it. On the ground, nah, we're not doing
I did
that.
see a video where they was doing some drifting and the guy got his ass fucked up. He got up.
He got up like Dom though. Maybe the impact's not that bad. Maybe we're thinking too deep into it. I don't think they feel anything because he got up.
I think
Jason's not here to try to figure it out. I can tell you that though.
So hard, and I was just like, "How are you up?" I would have been crying like hell when I crossed the street.
So we got that, and the next thing I wanted to ask you guys is, when did this franchise get off the rails? Like, when was the first? If y'all have more than one moment, that's fine. But what was the moment that you was just like, okay, clearly, they doing some other stuff.
Too Fast and Furious.
Yeah, I think that's when I agree.
Was that part 4?
That was the second one.
That was the second one.
Damn. Early.
In that movie, they let Brian, who had just been in the fight, who had just been pinned down, who had just was in the chase scene on feet, get inside of a car to catch a boat that was in the middle of the water.
Drive on that boat.
He drove onto the boat. Like, he was able to get enough gas, enough speed to catch this boat and to drive right on top of it. That definitely was.
But before that, they drove over a bridge, and that was something I feel like they didn't do every day. So I don't know how they prepared for that. Somebody should have went in the water. That's all I'm saying.
Clearly, they knew how to catch it just right.
Michael Ealy didn't go. He was like, hell no. Stop.
Michael Ealy, he definitely stopped and turned around.
He was in there. Oh, and he lost that race.
I mean, any race that Brian or Dom was in, unless Dom did lose that race in the first one. He did lose the last race. When him and Brian raced.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, they raced one time. Then there was when he gave up as well in there. But yeah, I feel like the Fast series is like Power Rangers for adults, personally. Like, it's just like a whole bunch of cheesy lines, a whole bunch of shit that probably wouldn't happen in real life. Just a whole bunch of just bombs blow up. Just act. It's just, if you into cars, action, and super spy, like, I believe
and foolishness,
have a good time. Yeah, I believe you have a good time. It's not a horrible. So before I ask, was it good? Where does this movie, Jazz? You probably can't really answer this, but you might can if you want to. What is this? Well, no, actually, what's your ranking of Fast? Just top 3. Just the top 3 in the franchise.
Top 3 favorites in this franchise?
Mm-hmm. The movies, of course.
I'm gonna have to. Me personally, I have to go off of the villain in it. When Reyes when they were trying to steal the bank safe. Mm-hmm. I like this one a lot. This one was dope. And I'm gonna say when Charlize Theron's character was introduced.
Okay, so an 8.
You know better than me.
Yeah, so
basically 8. Later in the franchise.
Yeah,
because I thought Too Fast, Too Furious, the acting was like, ooh, Lord.
I want the villain in there. I want him to come back. I feel like they need to make him come back.
No, we don't. Yes. Like, why?
Yes, you do.
No,
because he was.
They said he was gonna come back.
He was pretty chaotic. Because he was pretty chaotic in there too.
How was he chaotic? What did he do that was chaotic more than what you've already seen from a lot of the villains that we've seen these past 10 movies?
I mean, he didn't die. So I mean, that's
So
the
him
first thing.
not dying means he's chaotic?
No, I mean, so within that movie, like he was running the whole Miami. He was running it like he was making them do like missions for like
That
different
mouth
stuff.
scene when they was in the club, I was like,
He
oh, this
put
man's crazy.
he put them. Yeah, he put a
That's
mouse on the
Florida
gun.
activity all the time, though. So,
Ma'am, I am not from there. I don't know what y'all doing down there.
I mean, I'm not saying I see that kind of
I
stuff,
know
but
you.
I do
I
live.
think you did.
No, I do live in Florida, but I'm like that. Something like.
Man, I don't know. I ain't got no words for it. I ain't got no word. But I mean, that's the only person I can see that at this point can come back because I mean everybody else pretty much dead.
Or they became an
Villain wise,
ally.
or they became a friend.
Everybody
So
put.
I think for me, I think Fast Five. I think that's still the best one. Uh, and in between 6 and 7, I kind of flip flop them two. 7 was definitely the most emotional one because that's when Paul Walker had just passed away, and they had to make that as best. I didn't like that they kind of played with his death the entire movie, like he kind of flirted with that the entire time. But I do enjoy Jason Statham's character in that movie. Like I feel like that was a movie about him. So him and Jason Momoa, them two being the villains, like I really enjoyed them in there. But I think Fast X will either be my third or my fourth. I really enjoyed this movie. It was a lot of fun. I don't know if like a lot of people say I turn your brain off to watch it, but I don't think. I mean, it as you know, like I thought it was just gonna be straight up. Then I seen Dom. He did a Spider-Man move with the car, and he hit the crane and made it not. He hit the crane and made the ball. He knocked the ball off his trajectory to hit the Vatican. So yeah, and he did that. And he didn't fall into the water. He hit the wall, hit the ground. And he drove off.
And then the bomb went off, and then all the cops' cars fucked up, but not Dom's. Dom was able to.
I hope everybody knows that their Charger, their Challenger, their Hellcats cannot do what his Charger does. I want everybody to know that. Y'all ain't got the same car.
Right. You ain't Dom out here in these streets because you will die.
You will die. You will die.
Yeah, so
Crystal, what's yours?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my 3, 2, 5. So Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast 5, and this one is my third.
It's really like I said, it's for this to be the 10th movie, and for it to make a lot more sense than a lot of things that came in between. I enjoyed that part of it. But when you go back and just rewatch the movies just for what they are, I think it's a solid franchise for them to be able to push these movies since 2001 or 2023, and I don't know how many more they're trying to push out at this point. But they're trying to get that shit off. They're trying to get it off. Like outside of something like Marvel, has there ever been a franchise that has as many movies like this that are? I personally don't feel like there's a bad movie in this franchise. That's just a personal opinion. Whether you want to go Tokyo Drift in that situation, whatever. But I don't feel like the franchise has a bad movie. Is there a franchise like that?
You think of Star Wars? Do you think of Star Trek? You think of those kind of films that have a large amount of films projects, and then they go out into shows and they have spinoffs of different characters that were in it. So I immediately think of them outside of Marvel, but
how many Mission Impossibles are there?
Oh, that's another one too. You know, Jason because he loved Tom.
I don't know nothing about them people. I just know
they're at 7. They're at 7 now.
And then James Bond.
James Bond as well, correct. And I love them as I'm surprised you ain't seen either of them. That's your type. That's your carrying on.
You said at the beginning of this episode, Crystal does not know white class.
Oh my God, you see that's how you write a movie. You forget what you said in the beginning because you at the end you're like, how have you not seen it? But it's like, I know why you haven't seen it. But then she's seen all the John Wicks though. So like, I mean, it just doesn't.
Because I like Keanu Reeves.
You don't like Tom Cruise? That's what you're telling me?
She don't like him as much as Keanu Reeves.
I don't dislike him.
I think so, but Mission Impossible, since we're here, I feel like Mission Impossible is almost like the Fast series to a certain extent. And now the reason I say that is each movie is completely different. Like it's a completely different feel. There's no need to watch the previous to get something in the next movie. It's just like, here you go. Here's the movie, especially within the first three of the franchise. I think me and Krista talked about that. Like, could you elaborate on that or mention that point again when you were saying
me?
Yes.
Are you asking? Okay. Yeah, so the first three, I feel like they know what they was doing. They was just having fun. Because 1 don't feel like 2, and 2 don't feel like 3, clearly. And so I feel like when 4 came along, they kind of figured out what they wanted to do or had a better grasp of the story they was trying to tell, which I feel like is a mix of 1 and 2. And they fixed the timeline with 4. That is why they moved 3. I think 1, 2, and 3 were the original timeline, but 4 came along to fix it. And they said 3 is later on and blah, blah, blah in the future, all that razzle dazzle. I don't believe it. I just think they lying on us. So yeah. And then on 5, they started to really accept it. And then they just took off from there. Just
they really accepted what they was going.
Yeah. We're gonna do this. They coming to see it. So why not?
You think they was in the meetings like, y'all, these niggas really like this movie. So we need to actually give them a story to follow.
And the first thing they said was, but we killed Han. So they had to figure out how to get that on out the way.
Because Dom wasn't in the second or third film. And then you see that Dom became the centerpiece after, like, when we got to 4. So, I mean, it's funny to actually, I can't think of a franchise that went through that. I'm like, all right, so we're trying to get our footing. And their footing took 3 fucking movies. But 3 successful movies, which is interesting. So, I mean, I don't know. It's rare to see that happen. But
do we know? Sorry, Jet. Do we know which one is the lowest rated one?
I know which one is probably at the bottom for me, but I don't know which one.
What's at the bottom for you?
It's probably 2.
Because I know. Oh, brother. What?
Sorry. I'm sorry. Like when introducing Tyrese, and he was just like, he was like, "Come on, cuz," and I'm like, "Oh God!" Like the dialogue was so bad to me, and I'm really big into dialogue.
But I loved every second of it. I think Tyrese, he does a good job as being that character that gives you the comedic relief because he did the same thing. I feel like in Transformers.
Right, yeah.
He played it like, oh, I can do the job, but y'all about to get these jokes. I think he does it very well.
I would say I feel like outside of Baby Boy, he is the same character in all of his projects. So I would never
coming back.
There was this one. Well, not every movie because there's a few of them. I didn't watch.
I'm sorry,
so I can't answer that. But
maybe he didn't have too many jokes in Waist Deep. But
that's the one I was thinking of.
That cop movie when he was a cop and the lady was
blue black or black blue
and blue or something like that. Something like that. Blue. I think it like blue and black or black and blue or something like that.
If somebody were talking about range, would Tyrese even come into your thought?
No.
It's okay. Everybody ain't got it, and it's okay. You don't have to have range to be entertaining, and Tyrese is entertaining.
He is. His jokes didn't really hit this one for me like they have in the past, but he tried.
The lowest rated Fast movie.
We waiting.
I know. I was trying to make this
nigga trying to have suspense.
For dramatic effect. Like, come on,
it's dramatized.
Right.
It's Fast 9. Fast 9 is the least rated, lowest rated, and Fast 2 is second.
That's crazy.
It's not though.
Where is 3? Where is 3? I feel like that Lil Wayne.
3 is third.
Gucci Mane not even on it. Shout out to Gucci. That's how I feel right now.
That's the third. Which one y'all think is the highest rated?
5.
Which one was 5 again?
Rio. When they
Rio,
drove
when they did the
to the
safe.
city.
Oh yeah, 5 for sure.
Yeah, that's the highest, and 7 is the second. No, I take that. Yeah, no, 7 is the second.
5 was a good one. I'm saying that's when they decided we doing this. So yeah, it turned out well.
They was done with the situationship. They was like, all right, so this is a relationship now. We committed to this.
Mm-hmm.
But
but the main question, the reason that we are here, was it good though, Crystal? Since you were our guest, we're gonna
yes,
ask
it
you
was.
first.
It was great. I enjoyed all 2 hours and 27 minutes. I don't even know if that's the count time on that, but I like the previews. I like the roll credits. I like the opening credits. I like the climax. I like the villain. I like the all-star cast. Minus one person. But outside of that, I was with it.
Who was the one? Letty?
No. What's that lady name? I almost said what I usually say. What is her name?
Mia?
No, the other one. The other Tess. Yes. I didn't understand why she was so fly in every scene, but she really didn't do nothing besides be fly.
Oh, you talking about Brie Larson?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Jazz, was it good though?
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed this film. I definitely wish I would have saw it in theaters.
Listen, look, Kristen, look.
No, I know y'all told me. No, wait, let me go ahead and give you. Y'all told me, Jazz, go see it in theaters. It's a very good experience. Y'all know the week been crazy, so I ain't been able to go to the theaters unless it was The Flash. But I didn't. To be ready for this review, it would have been tough. But I definitely enjoyed this film. So yes.
Love to hear it. I too enjoyed it. I will tell you that this may be a rare instance for me where I was just like, when I left the movie, I was just like, bro, what the fuck? What the fuck was I just watch? Like, I was like the entire time watching. I was just like, did I like that or not? Like, and it was like the conversations I had after the movie. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm tripping. That was actually pretty good outside of the scene of death. Like, I didn't understand that scene because it was just like, there was like a wasteful sacrifice. They could have killed him off a lot better if they were going to kill him. Like they read everything, they wrote everything else pretty well. That he should have got like a super triumphant, like he, dumb, this is for you. I'm flying, and he, what?
For family.
He should have said that. Like, I would have been like, okay.
No.
They on brand.
Why would that have been cool to you?
It's not, but it would have been on brand for the series.
No,
it would have been on brand.
Why not?
That would have been fucking terrible. So let me ask y'all this, because this movie did have a cliffhanger. Jason, since that is your main thing to always want to fucking bring up all the time.
It's not my fault. It's been happening here lately.
We have seen 2 movies. And Crystal, you also seen the new Spider-Man movie and the cliffhanger.
Yes.
So do y'all feel like these cliffhangers are basically on the same level?
What's cliffhangers? Spider-Man and this?
Yes. Where really? Oh, let's discuss. Well, no, not okay. So let me detail my question.
You asking her, she a bitch. She hella biased. So I don't even want to have this conversation with her.
No, you can't. No, technically, because Jason,
have a conversation with me.
Yeah, because Jason, your argument was you like cliffhangers to where the story is finished, and you just left to where it's like, even if they don't come back, it's an end story. But you didn't get that here, and you also didn't get that in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So, Crystal, let me ask you, with these 2 different cliffhangers, which one did you like more?
I like Spider-Man more because it hurt my feelings more. Fast and Furious, they ain't got no consequences. They bounce back real quick. So I know they're going to be all right at the end of the day. I might cry on the next Spider-Man. We don't know. I'm not crying in Fast and Furious.
Okay.
You might. You don't know what they're going to do next movie. You don't know what they may kill Queenie off.
They got to give me another Brian driving off into the sunset with Wiz Khalifa playing in the background. Fade to black. I don't know.
Maybe it's her. Maybe the music is dumb driving off to her singing a song about
Who is her?
her, nigga,
The singer her?
Yes.
Having everything revealed her?
Yes, she may be singing a song as Dom is sacrificing his life for Letty, and that's how it ends. Like that's the end of it. Like his Thanos snap, Robert Downey Jr. snap moment, and he's just like, oh man, that's it.
Sure. I don't see it happening for him. But hey, we can keep hope alive.
So if he dies, does the franchise end? Like if Dom dies, is that the end of it? Do you think we continue without him?
Well, when he was in jail, they was continuing without him, so I feel like they can figure it out. And they got these babies they can raise into the family.
Yeah.
They small, fitting in different places. They can do some stuff. Make them useful.
Just do not change the race of this damn Lil B no more, because if we see him again and he's a white man, I'm gonna be like, all right, y'all fucking with us.
I was wondering if in 8 was that still The Rock's daughter from 7, and it was. Like it was the same exact character in the next movie. So yeah, hopefully they keep with this kid whenever they make another one. Like they keep him in there. So
unless he can't act, then I don't know. Get him out of here.
Oh, man, I'm rolling.
Get him out of here.
This will be like, fuck them kids. Take his job. He not good enough. Next.
Look, hey, there will be another set. There will be another director. There will be another credit. He'll be all right.
So for me, I think it was I like this credit. I like this cliffhanger more because, like I said, with Spider-Man, it's the whole thing of they didn't
how Sway,
because it's the whole thing, because I'm not upset at what happened because we understand a part 2 is coming. I knew that going into the movie. I knew that going into this movie, it was already set out. It's set out that way. So you wrap it up, like wrap up the story, because I know it's going to happen. I don't want to have it where it ends at a certain point, like, or it ended a different way. That's how I feel about it.
Didn't we get that in this?
Yeah, we got what in this?
Nothing was wrapped up. But it wrapped up in a situation of we know what was going on though. Like in that he won. I feel like Jason's character won, and he set the bomb off, and that's okay because I know it's going to end in a cliffhanger. I'm cool with it.
So do you
in Spider-Man, they're rapid, like it's not even a wrapped up situation. It's the whole thing of now he's in Earth 42. He's seeing himself in the dude's head. His fist is on the punching bag, and that was the end of it. It's like, bro, it's like I'm expecting more movie at this point. I'm not expecting more movie at the end of Fast. I'm expecting it to end right there. In Spider, I'm just like, dang.
How? I mean,
I want more movie.
I mean, like,
you want a movie for where?
Spider-Man.
Exactly. This movie ended the way it.
But that's a good cliffhanger to me. I want more. I'm hanging.
That's not a good cliffhanger to me.
Get it?
No, but I'm glad we can't hear them weak ass claps you just let off.
You should clap again just for that, Jay.
It's still not gonna catch it. Thank you.
It's not.
Still
Fuck
not.
you. Anyway. But no. Like, Crystal, I completely agree with you because that's what a cliffhanger is for. You mean to tell me at the end of Fast X with Dom and his son at the end of that dam, and then that shit about to blow up, that's a solid ending to where you don't see that as a serious cliffhanger? And the fact that half his crew just got blown up, and then we had this bitch we see her who was dead the past 4 movies. I mean, realistically, you had more unfinished storylines in this than you did in Spider-Man.
But I feel like I kind of went into it expecting it.
You expected a cliffhanger?
Yes, I expected anytime I watch a movie, especially when they already say, "Well, this is part 1 of whatever it's supposed to be."
All right, let me ask this: pretend you didn't know a movie was coming after this. Can we do that? Can we play that game?
I can't play that game.
I can.
She can. She'll do it with you.
But
I agree with her.
She agrees with me, so it doesn't matter.
I agree. Both ways.
Right.
Because then I would really be upset in Spider-Man if I didn't know there was a part two. Be like, oh,
but you wouldn't be upset not knowing there was another one of this coming.
Mm-mm.
Like this movie did not end on okay, that story is wrapped.
Wow,
like there was nothing that was just like okay, like what? I don't. Jason, please explain to me because I don't understand.
Man, look, Spider-Man. I just wanted it to end differently. That's just my thought in that, my thought process in that. So again, I said it. If it wouldn't, it just ended with Miles trying to figure out what he had and him just seeing a focused version of himself, and it ended that way. I'd be like, oh snap! It didn't even end with Miles. It ended with Gwen and her homies. I don't care. I don't want to see her.
Crystal, that's what it is.
I don't want that.
You hate women?
Oh. Yeah, let's go. Let's turn it on them. Because this nigga stay talking about jazz. You hate black men? Jason, let's.
When have I said that? How long has it been? How long has it been? If I said,
I feel like it's coming in the future somewhere, but I don't know.
You gotta knock it on your head, but you can't read the future.
Anyway,
yeah, exactly. But no, I do not hate women. I do not. It's just the whole. It's
you hate women-led things because you don't want the women-led Fast and Furious either.
Do you want the women-led Fast movie?
No, but we talking about you right now, buddy. We got talking about you.
I'm not. I just don't love them too much. Like, and I enjoy Gwen. I enjoyed that. It's just, I don't know. I just think it should have ended differently in there, and I'd be like, oh man, because ultimately, yeah, I'm going to go see both whenever they come. Run into it first day one, whatever. I'm in there. So yeah. But yeah, man.
I can't believe you hate women. That's crazy.
Wow, why do you're just gonna keep pushing this? That's kind of crazy.
For sure.
I'm seeing it in 4K, and it's crazy to me.
It's probably 8K because you got them glasses on, big head. So
and you're attacking women right now that don't have full on vision. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Why he got some glasses on himself? Crazy.
And you see,
wild.
And he got on glasses, which is even crazier. Wow.
Man, look here, man.
We just want equality.
We moving to a League of Thrones. We moving to a League of Thrones. Krista, since you are
niggas want to move on when speaking truth.
Man.
There ain't no truths.
I mean, look. It sounds like truth.
Since we here, but since we at the end, Crystal, you're a Lincoln Throne. This is the section where, in case the people don't know, we take a character from the movie and we tell you something else that they've been in that we enjoy or something that we feel is good for them. So, Crystal, as the guest, we will allow you to go first.
Oh, thank you. You're so kind. I'm gonna pick. I got a lot. I'm gonna pick.
You just need one person. What you mean?
I know. I got a lot. I got a list. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna come prepared. Natalie Emanuel, also known as Ramsey. Which movie do I want to use? I'm going to use The Maze Runner. She was in The Maze Runner Scorched Trials.
Love that.
I like that series. So, she was in there for a little moment, did her thing.
I don't remember her in there.
She was in The Outside World.
Gotcha.
She was with the crew that helped them figure it out.
After they got out the maze.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I enjoyed this series. Really solid. Jazz, what you got for us?
Crystal took mine. Thanks for nothing.
That's why I got a lot of them.
Perfect hit.
But let me do my backup. My backup is going to be Mia.
Oh shoot.
Jordana Brewster. She was in the movie The Faculty.
Of course. I feel like you used this movie before. There should be penalties.
No, we're not supposed to, but you think I used The Faculty before?
The Faculty sounds like something that you've used before.
The Faculty is one that I've said you should watch.
I've seen The Faculty.
Oh,
I have not.
You lucky.
Scary though, so you don't do scary.
Oh, yeah. That movie's scary.
I mean, not to me, but I watch a lot of horror.
Don't worry about it.
It got Usher in there. We got Usher in there.
Don't worry about it. I ain't seen it this long. I don't need to see it.
I don't think I feel like I would remember getting a Faculty picture for the graphic, but Do I need to find a backup just in case?
No, that's fine. That's fine because I'm not fit to research if you did or if you didn't. But one day I might. One day I may. I might make a list of stuff that we've done to make sure it don't come back up.
It's a few that's on there, like Abbott and The Wire. Yeah, definitely repeats. I was like, oh shit. But
yeah,
I mean, after a year, Jason, it should reset. So it has reset.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm keeping track moving forward. I'm keeping track.
Right, child.
I'm keeping track moving forward because I want to it's like reneging in spades. You're not supposed to use the same one again. So that's my point.
To be fair, I don't remember if I use it. I don't know until I make the graphic. So
it's fine. It's fine. So for me, okay, I picked mine already. I'm gonna pick Pete Davidson, of course. He was in Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. That movie just came out. I really enjoyed it. He was the car that Anthony drove. Yes, he was.
That's who that was?
Yes.
He was Mirage?
He was Mirage.
Oh.
He was. He was the main car in that movie. So, yeah, definitely. But Pete's been in a lot of things this year. Like you said, he has a show that you mentioned. It's called Bupkis. He was also in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So yeah, Pete's been working over this last couple of years. So yeah, shout out to Pete.
Oh wait, can I do my also what Natalie was in? She was in The Invitation. I don't really like that movie, but she was the lead in it.
Yeah, it wasn't that good, but it was like all right. That's why you shouldn't try to search for family if you don't know them niggas, because they might be trying to marry you off.
a movie where family don't matter.
Hey.
All right. Did you guys? I mean, I feel like we spoke about everything, but you guys have any legends for this movie? Like a scene that either should have been different or but like in the most dramatic fashion. Like if we would have been like, okay, now they should have did this, and then it would have been like, oh yeah. That's more so for you, Crystal, to explain what a ledge is.
Thank you so much. If I would have had to have a ledge, I would have wanted or still want Dante to kill Ames. Is that his name?
His brother?
That's not his brother.
They're not brothers, they're just friends. Okay. I thought they were brothers for some reason. My mind
I think his daddy just brought him in.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. My mind made them brothers at first, but I watched it again.
Well, like, I mean, hey, why not? Why not?
That tan and them teeth.
There was nothing to even suggest that they were related.
I mean, nothing suggested they weren't related either.
When he came up to him and he was like, I guess this new partnership is going to go well. That if that's your brother, he not going to say no shit like that as if.
I mean, they made what's it called family, so I don't know. They made Jacob family, so I don't know what they be doing in this franchise.
I don't understand that either, but all
right. Most useless character in this franchise.
You said most useful or useless?
Useless.
The all them Tokyo niggas. That's not my answer. That's not my answer. I think me is pretty useless at this point.
I'm not mad at that.
Sorry, I'm not mad at that. She could be more useful somewhere else, at home with her kids.
I'm not mad at that. I think Han is mine.
Anybody who died and came back.
So the cast.
I'm dead. That's a whole list because Dom is definitely up there. So within this, what do we have an expectation for the next movie? Because a lot of, like you said, a lot of things weren't tied up. Jason had one scene, he was gone. The Rock had one scene. They've already said there won't be a Hobbs and Shaw 2, but allegedly there may be a Hobbs solo movie. Are we for that?
I think the next movie, in some way, has to involve Hobbs and Shaw. Maybe not together, trying to go against Dante, but everybody else is on the sick and shut in list right now.
On the sick and shut in list.
They on the submarine. The Three Musketeers on the submarine. I don't know where they going. Tyrese and them, they just blew up. They need to recover. The only people who are like able-bodied and ready to do something are Jason and Hobbs. I mean, not Jason. Shaw and Hobbs.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless we about to follow Cypher, Letty, and Giselle on this submarine on their journey. Y'all don't. Okay.
Please,
well,
God,
Hobbs and Shaw.
Please, God, no. Please, God, no. Yeah, so it's interesting. You know, he said it's gonna be 3 more movies.
For real?
I can see. I mean, well, this
it's
was
2 now.
This is 3. There's 2 more. I can see it. I can see it, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna be done. Even after they finish, I think it's gonna be something else after that. Like it's something they can continue. I feel like, but we'll see. They won't be rebooting this one anytime. So like they're trying to make sure they end this legacy the right way. I guess I don't know.
I have something very random.
Oh, okay.
Little nobody. His name is Scott Eastwood. He is the son of Clint Eastwood.
They do have the same face.
Yep, that's his son. I didn't know Clint Eastwood. He almost 100. I'm gonna just say that he 93 and he about to drop another new movie. I didn't know this man was still out here actively acting. That's all. That's just not random.
The last movie I seen with him in it was Gran Turismo, and that was like, and that came in like in 2008, like in 2009. Solid film.
He had a movie, The Mule, and I think that's dropped within the past less than 5 years.
I want to say I saw him. He has something coming out this year.
Because he does a lot of directing and producing films. So they be moving behind the camera. So that's interesting. I did not know that. I love those kind of facts.
He'll be 107 years.
7 years.
Yeah, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino. Yeah, it's a solid.
Him and Little Nobody got a movie together too. I think it's the Gran Torino one you were just talking about, Turismo or something. I don't know. I won't get too deep, but I'm very random.
Is it Torino?
I don't have me lying.
Yeah, he's in Gran Torino. Yeah, that's the one that I really enjoyed that movie. Real good. But I think that brings us to a conclusion of the Fast Saga. Jazz, did you have any remarks about this movie or the franchise that you wanted to get off?
It was a scene in this movie where Dom was talking to Elena's sister, because her sister was just like, I should have died instead of her. And I'm like, sis, she wasn't on the plane. So, all right. But Dom said, you are the street racer, and she was the cop. And you have a lot of similarities that you might not even realize are there. And I thought that remark was kind of him speaking on him and Brian, because he was the street racer and then Brian was the cop. So I thought that was a very touching comment, because he was crying a little bit in his sleeveless shirt. But
this man wore that sleeveless jean shirt the whole movie.
Yeah,
they don't change clothes, okay?
Yo,
they funky when they pull them back up to the house.
You would think they cartoons, because cartoons never change their clothes.
Yeah. I mean, Tyrese changed his, but they often don't.
What's his?
Tyrese ain't playing them games with them folks. He's staying on top of it.
He got money on his body, like,
on this person the whole time. Right. They fighting crime, running through crime, leading crime, super spies. He got money on this person.
He got it.
Time. Crazy. Crystal, did you have a moment from the movie or closing remark?
One of the lines that stuck out to me the most was when Dante had Lil B, and he was like, you know how you win a street race or whatever with your father? So in all the other movies, Dom is always talking about, this is a street race. You can't win a street race. The streets always win. And so Dante was like, you take away the streets. And then he blew it up. And I was like, I know that's right. You better
Yeah.
take away the streets.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's that. But 53rd episode, 1 year anniversary. How you feeling, Jazz?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to see where we go. That first year, we learned a lot. We did a lot. Dropped an episode every Tuesday. So definitely want to say shout out and thank you to you, Jason, for always, anytime I had a crazy idea, you'd be like, I'm with it. Don't even be making no sense. I'm with it. I'm like, Jason, you sure, my nigga? Because reread that message again. Because
she said, why do you agree to stuff you don't know? I'm like, shit, I trust you. Whatever.
Y'all are the fast family. Y'all just go whatever. Let it go. Let it fly. Let it fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just start doing stuff.
Hey,
but people will love it. Just start doing shit.
Hey, that's where the energy is going right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll just be like, look, Jason be like, Jazz, you sure? I'll be like, fuck it.
Hey, it is what it is. We what's say ask for do it now, ask for forgiveness later. What is it?
Only in this kind of situation, because that doesn't apply to everything. Because I mean, like,
of course, in some situations, in some situations,
Crystal, like, nah, across the board, niggas.
I'll be asking permission later. My bad. Ask for forgiveness later. My bad. I ain't know.
Yeah, but yeah, man, 53 weeks is definitely it's definitely been a learning experience. It's helped a lot as far as with my speaking or speech, even though I still hate talking on the phone. It has helped a lot with things of that nature, or just going through just different ways of leading a conversation, being able to go on the fly with a conversation, or just being able to being able to adjust to different things, because you never know what may happen within it. Here recently, we've been having different guests on, so it's been pretty dope, from friends, Kris, Swerve from different podcasts. So, yeah, we definitely switching up, just seeing what works, what doesn't, how we fit into this space, and trying to make a name for ourselves within it. That has been dope. Has been a dope experience as well.
May I ask you a question? Both of you to answer, please. In the next year, where would you like to see your podcast go? Whoever wants to take the lead, have at
it. Where would I like to go? It's so right now we're still in the building. I feel like we're still in the building process. I don't know the amount of time or the amount of years it takes to actually build a podcast, to take it whatever that may look like. But for me, not necessarily want to be recognized when I'm out and about, because that could probably be kind of scary.
Okay.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be like that. But you do want to be the person that you jump on. You may jump on Facebook. You jump on Twitter. Somebody like, hey, they review said this, and it's like, hey, have you ever watched the pod? Like, watch this. They really break it down. Movies is completely different, or they going about this in a way I hadn't heard about it. So that's where I would like to do it. So for the work and shit, we get recognized by one of these people, and they be like, hey, we want y'all to talk about our movie or whatever. I want to get to that point, like you talk, but let us do it our way. Don't tell us any of that, like when it comes to, or show if that's what it is. That's my thought.
Okay.
That'll be dope. For me, like, I would love definitely something similar to what Jason said, but just having our podcast be heard in different countries. I think that's awesome. And just looking at it, seeing people, like, because of course we can see who sees and listens. I'm like, oh shit, South Africa? Okay, that's dope. Just and engaging with people. And I love those interactions where people hit me up and they just like, hit me up about movies, like, oh, have you seen this? Or y'all should review this, or things like that. And where I'm just like, oh, wow. Just when a new movie comes out, y'all should check this out. Y'all should see this. What you think about this? Because I love talking about movies to anybody. That's normally one of the first things between movies and sports, football specifically, because my team about to be balling. So it's just those kind of conversations, and just conversations of like out of the box, to where it's not anything that's common, to where it's just like, did y'all peep this Easter egg? And I'm like, oh, well, damn. Because I know me and Jason have had conversations where he brought things to light that I didn't even think about, and vice versa. So like we are able to bounce ideas off of each other. And it's just sometimes Jason be reading my notes and I'd be like, my nigga, stop. Even though he don't have that document, I just be like, nigga, stop. But it's just like that, and just engaging with other podcasts for sure. Because we're in a community now. You know what I'm saying? It's one I didn't think we would end up being a part of. I didn't even think about it when we started this. But now it's looking real positive for the future. So
okay. Just a little dream talk. I like it.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing else.
I mean, I ain't thinking about people gonna see me out there like, oh, should I listen to your podcast? Like, Jason, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be like, for real? That's what's up. Let me get a little boomerang with you and just, say real quick, like, so was it good though? I'm ready. I'm ready for that right there, to just have some random person to be like, so was it good though? I'm gonna get that when I go on vacation next week. I'm gonna get that footage.
That'll be hard. Where you out next week? Speaking of next week, what's going on next week, James?
Oh, celebrate my birthday.
Ooh. How do we turn
it? Don't be ashamed.
35. 35.
Oh, she turned to 35. 35. How you celebrating?
Now your little business.
Right. My little business too. I can't ask my co-host what she got.
You sure can.
Traveling out the country, doing it big like that.
So she really is the family. Like, look at her. She all out the country, out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. It's her birthday, but it's
I might roll up to Rio.
You might roll up to Rio?
Oh, drive across that bridge.
Hey, look.
Together.
I'm going to get me a rental car. Act like I'm Dom. You think my plot armor being thick?
I mean, I wouldn't test it in real life, but I mean, that's all he on the green screen. He on the green screen with half a car in the seat.
I ain't gonna lie, that would be crazy if I did, and then this episode dropped, and be like, y'all, this is the last thing she said.
Wait a minute. Why so dark?
That escalated quick.
That's what I do. That's what I can't help it.
Jazz, she get on the airplane and be like, man, these seatbelts ain't even working. Like, what?
That's crazy.
Jason be like, they can't do nothing for you anyway. And I always tell them, make sure you at least still drop that pod episode.
Schedule upload.
I got you. I got your back.
Share the password just in case you can't.
Make sure Trevante got a front row seat, and he knows my love for him.
Wait,
exactly.
Trevante Rhodes?
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right.
Wait, Crystal. You know him because I know you in that. Hey, we'll talk. Okay.
I don't know that man. I don't know him. I wouldn't mind him. Not yet. We still working some things out, over here.
Okay. But
that would be cool.
Wait a minute. We're not about to be lusting over the same man.
Sorry. You right.
Yeah, wow. So Jazz, so when this comes out, Flash would be about to come out. So are you recommending that people to go check that movie out? A DC film.
Oh shit. Wait, you trying to get me to
I'm trying to get you nothing. That's an actual question. That's it.
I feel like you're trying to have me give kudos to a DC film.
It's a setup.
It is.
It always is.
I will say, peeped it last week. Very great theater experience. I had some issues with it, but it wasn't enough to take away from the film. And I don't want to say too much, but the cameo list is ridiculous.
Gotcha.
Like, ridiculous. Which I think that's probably why they did not want to dub this movie. Granted, Ezra did a good job, but I think the cameo list is why they was like, yeah, nah, this shit is still going to theaters.
As far as how familiar were you with Flash before you went into this movie?
You mean from the earlier films?
No, just Flash, the character.
I mean, I'm familiar with Barry.
She's on a first name basis.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly. What's his wife's name?
Oh, I mean, we ain't Christine. No,
No, it's
that's Doctor
Iris.
Strange.
It's
Why
Iris.
do
It's
I
cool.
care about what his whole name is? I don't care.
Ain't she black?
She wasn't in this movie.
You sure?
Yikes! She was in a
Okay.
TV show.
She was. I ain't seen the movie, so I can't even say.
And she was in Flash Paradox, but she wasn't black in that.
I mean, the other one, no, she not. But in the previous one, Crystal.
Yes.
You saying Transformers? Are you recommending people to go check that movie out?
Absolutely. If you like bangs, go see it. Michael Bay do what he do every time. Okay, whenever it say Bay Productions on it, expect for a bunch of booms, and don't do too much with the storyline. Oh, this is just enjoy it. Just have a fun time. Why not?
How did Toby do?
How about to say who is Toby? You know,
Beautiful
he was
gowns?
cool. Beautiful gowns. I didn't really like that accent too
Crystal,
much.
what is beautiful gowns?
Are you asking me that?
Yes, I'm asking you. What's beautiful gowns?
Oh, Aretha Franklin did an interview, and they was going down a list of singers of who she liked, and they got to, I think it was Miss Taylor Swift, and they were like, "So what do you like about her?" And she was like, "Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns." Didn't say nothing about her voice, but she has beautiful gowns. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Toby has beautiful gowns. He's a great rapper. He has some good songs.
He's
I don't know if he's a New Yorker. I mean, I know he's not, but
he's definitely not New York.
I don't know if he should be playing a New Yorker. That's just me. My little 2 cents. So am I.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see Flash. I did see Transformers. I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, man.
The Blackening comes out next week too.
The Blackening comes out.
Oh, it's coming out. I don't know.
I'm so sick because I got an opportunity to go see an advanced screening, and I'm not going to be home. I want to see that movie so bad, but I'm going to see it first thing when I get back home. I cannot wait to do The Blackening, and I can't wait for us to review it. Because Jason been talking about this movie for like weeks.
That's real good. Real good. I am thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I cannot wait for you to see it.
And they've been pushing it so much. Because like they was just like, name a horror movie, but change it to something black. And so I sent them a message.
I've seen those threads.
Right. So I was just like, Nightmare on MLK Street.
I have nothing for them because I don't know.
Yeah. Or Thirsty Thursday the 13th.
I might show up. I ain't gonna hold you. I like a Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday the 13th.
Or Fucked Up Friday the 13th. You know, if we want to keep.
Hey, I like that.
Day too.
I like that.
You said which one?
Fucked Up Friday the 13th.
Oh, that.
Oh.
I like that. I think I did Halloween, but I did like HOLLA wing Halloween. Yeah, Halloween. I think I did Scream 7. I'm gonna give you something to scream about. You do it again or something.
Nigga, that sounds like a tagline. Like a threat.
That's the point. That's like, yo, what's your favorite movie? Scream again. I'm gonna give you something to scream about.
I'm wrong with you.
I think the summer is well. I think a lot of these movies, the biggest thing I'm focused on and I'm seeing is we have a lot of new black actors in lead roles that are leading the box office right now. So, I believe I guess you can count Fast, even though they came out like at the beginning of May. Minorities, black and brown people within that. But then I really want to start it off with Chloe. No, I'm sorry. Hallie as the Little Mermaid. So you have Hallie as Little Mermaid. The week after that, you have Shameik Moore as Miles in Beyond the Spider. Across the Spider-Verse. Then now you have Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback in the Transformers movies. And like I said, now the week after that, you got the Blackening.
And then Frankenstein, the Black Frankenstein movies coming.
Okay, the angry black girl and her monster or something like that. So you got that as well. So I'm enjoying it. Like I said, I'm just picking up on a lot of these black actors, different things they're doing, different works that they're in. So I love where it's going. And again, I told Jazz, I didn't know where film was going to go this year compared to last year, because last year was just a lot of great films, a lot of fun. Krista, what are your favorite 3 movies of the year so far?
Of the year? Blessed Assurance. Okay.
You said Blessed Insurance?
The Blessed, BLSSED, I guess. I don't never spelled it. Blessed Assurance. I don't know.
Assurance, like AS.
Assurance.
Huh, interesting.
Nobody's ever questioned that.
I've heard that before, so I don't even know why he's questioning.
I've never heard that.
Blessed Assurance, you haven't?
Mm-mm.
Go to church, Jason. Go pray about it.
Okay, I'm looking at the things that I've seen this year. Top 3?
Yeah.
You got more than 3? I'm trying to understand.
I was making sure I'm just naming 3, right?
Yes, just
John Wick. What's that? John Wick 4. Spider-Man. Guardians. I'll put Guardians on there. I don't like them like that, but I'll put them on there. Compared to everything else, it was, I'll give credit where it's due.
Okay. Have you seen Super Mario Bros?
I did see that.
You want rocking with it?
I don't know. It was cute. Beautiful gowns. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the people.
Oh yeah. She doesn't.
I don't know nothing about.
That's white. That's a white classic. So yeah, no.
I didn't play video games.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jason, that's a video game, but okay.
It's same thing. I'm gonna let her play Spider-Man one day, and how'd that end for you?
It didn't go. It didn't go well. It didn't go well.
Yeah. So
I still can't play. Let's put that out there. I should play it. I don't know what I'm doing.
No judgment at all.
No.
Thank you. But I can't do when it's first player, I can't do it. I get nauseous. So I stick clear.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta do of any game. Like I have to play games that like where you just connect to make the rogue go away or something. I can't play people games.
I understand that. First player is not my favorite. Well, yeah, first POV isn't my favorite. I like Grand Theft Auto. Well, Spider-Man, I don't consider it's not first.
I can't play that either.
Yeah, I know.
I tried.
But this was episode 53, Fast X, the 11th film in the series, the 10th movie in the franchise. So, like I would like to say, we appreciate everybody for listening. Thank y'all for subscribing, chatting with us, joining our Discord family. That definitely is available for anybody to join. If you would like to chat about movies, because again, we won't get to every movie that's out, but we do discuss a lot of movies, a lot of different TV shows that we're into. Jazz, did you have any last comments?
Nah, just thank you for everybody that stayed with us, supported. Crystal as well. You always show us love, show up to our premieres. So thank you so much. And thank you for joining us on this episode. It's about family.
Yes, family.
So just appreciate all of y'all. And hopefully we can get to our goals that we want for the pod.
Yes.
Actually, ain't no hope. We're gonna get there because like Dom say, hope.
Can't kill it.
We just gotta have hope and a nice cross necklace.
Mm-hmm. And sleeveless shirts. I think it's the shirts. Y'all should wear more sleeveless shirts with
True. Okay. We'll get on that.
There's only one episode we wore a sleeveless shirt, and I'll probably never do that again. But it is what it is. The Top Gun episode.
It was Top Gun. Just kidding. I'm not a stalker.
Oh my gosh, she's clearly a stalker. Clearly a stan.
No, that's a supporter. That's not a stalker. Wrong.
Thank you, Dan.
That's a supporter right there.
Perspective is
it's reality. Yep. It's reality.
Y'all, wow. Kris, did you have any closing remarks for us?
No, I don't. But thank y'all for having me. This is fun. Nobody's fast.
I know you got the fan going and the air conditioner on because you about sweating.
Sweating.
I did.
You don't know my life, bro. Let me tell you that.
I do, but again,
you don't know my life.
Episode 53, Fast X. Again, we appreciate y'all for listening. Thank you. See us next week.
Happy 1 year pod anniversary.
We didn't hear nothing you said, Jazz. No.
Man, fuck. It got oh shit.
It got everybody else though.
It's okay. I'm gonna cut this anyway.
You see hater, that's hater energy. She on that Miguel O'Hara energy.
How?
I think it's his last name. I'm gonna
How
cut
was
it
I
anyway.
hating?
How you gonna cut it anyway? Because you wasn't making that, but everybody else was.
So I should keep that shit in?
You go back and listen to it.
You know what? Fine. That's cool with me. I ain't editing none of this shit out. All this shit's gonna be in the episode.
It's staying.
It's staying. So hopefully y'all motherfuckers hear it and see it. Cheers, motherfuckers.